Black Majlis.
ഓടി വരും ഞാൻ മാറ്റാം.
ते निवाते त्वाभिवर्षद स्वस्ति तेस्तु वनस्पते स्वस्ति मेस्तु वनस्पते नमस्य कृत्सदे रुद्राय नमो रुद्राय शकृत्सदे गोष्ठमसि नमस्ते अस्तु मामाहि गुंसि शिगसि नसि वज्रो नमस्ते अस्तु मामाहि गुंसि उद्गादेव शकुने सामगायसि ब्रह्मपुत्र इव सवनेषु शकुंससि स्वस्ति नः शकुने अस्तु प्रतिनः सुमना भवः कर्णे शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः तच्छय्योरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वञ्जिगातु भेषजं शन्नो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ उभावामिन्द्राग्नि आहुवध्य उभारादशः सहमादयध्यै उभादातार
श्रीशैले सदया पात्रं धीभक्त्यादिगुणार्णवं यतीन्द्रप्रवणं वन्दे रम्यजामातरं मुनिं लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यो नित्यमता व्यामोहदस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेर्भगवतोऽस्य दयैकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये मातापिता युवतयस्तनया विभूतिः सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्वयानां ஆலம் மல்லாண்டதிந்தோள் மணிவண்ணா உன் சேவடி செவ்விதிரைக்காப்பு
நின்னாடும் பிறவெண்ணியாயிரம் பல்லாண்டு வடிவாய் நின்வள மார்பினில் வாழுகின்ற வடிவார் சோதிர விடவிலந்து எம்போதில் அறியுருவாகி அரியை அரைத்தவனை பந்தனை தீர பல்லாண்டு பல்லாயிரத்தாண்டென்ன
திகழ் திருச்சக்கரத்தின் கோயில் பொறியாரே
குடிகுடியாட்சியப்பருபடை வானனை ஆயிரந்தோளும் பொழிகுருதி பாய சுடத்திய ஆடி வல்லானுக்கு பல்லாண்டு கோருது
நல்லதோர் சோரம் நியதமும் அத்தாடி சேவகமும் கையடை காயம் கழுத்துக்கு போடு காதுக்கு குண்டலமும்
நல்லதோர் சாந்தமுந்தந்து என்னை வெள்ள இராக்கவல்ல பையுடை நாகப்பகை கொடியானுக்கு பல்லாண்டு
உடுத்து களத்ததுண்டு தொடுத்ததுளாய் மலர் சூடி கழைந்தன சூடிமே தொண்டர்கள்
சக்கரமந்திருத்தே திருவூர திருவிழவில் படுத்தவை நாகனை பள்ளி கொண்டானுக்கு பல்லாண்டு கோருதுமே
எம்பெருமான் உந்தனக்கடியோ மென்னெடுத்து பட்டவன் நாளே அடியோங்களடை கொடில் வீடு
தோத்தி திருபதிரையில் சிலை குனித்து ஐந்தலைய வைநகத்தலை பாய்ந்தவனே உன்னை பல்லாண்டு
கோருமில்லா அணிகோட்டியர்கோன் அபிமான துங்கன் சில்வனை போல திருமாலே நான் உனக்கு பலவடியே
நமோ நாராயணாவென்று நாமம் பலபரவி பல்வகையாலும் பவித்திரனே உன்னை பல்லாண்டு கோருவனை
கொண்டுமில்லா அணிகோட்டியர்கோன் அபிமான துங்கன் செல்வனை போல திருமாலே நான் உனக்கு பலவடியே
மாமுனி வேள்வியை காத்து அவபிரதமாட்டிய வடுதிரளையோத்தி அம்மரசே அரங்கத்தம்மா பள்ளியெடுந்தருளின
புட்களம்பூம் பொழில்களின் வாய் போயித்து கங்கள் புகுந்தது புலரி கலந்தது குணதிசை கனை கடலரவம் களிவண்டுமிடத்திய கலம்பகம் புனைந்த
அலங்கலந்தடையில் கண்டடையனை பணிவான் அமரர்கள் புகுந்தனர் ஆதலில் அம்மா இலங்கையர்கான் விடைபாடை கோயில் எம்பெருமான் பள்ளி எழுந்தருளார்
மணினிடும் தேருடும் இவரோ இறையவர் 11 விடையரும் இவரோ மறுவிய
புறவியாடலும் பாடலும் தேரும் குமரதண்டம் புகுந்தேண்டிய வெள்ளம் அறுவர எனகனின் கோயில் முன்னிவரோ அரங்கத்தம்மா பள்ளி எழுந்தருளாயே
கூட்டங்களிவையோ அருந்தவ முனிவரும் மருதரும் இவரோ இந்திரனானையும் தானும் வந்திவனோ எம்பெருமான் உனகோகினில் வாசல்
நெருக்க விச்சாதரர் நோக்கா இயக்கரம் மயங்கினர் திருவருடுவான் அந்தரம்பாரிடம் இல்லை மத்திடுவோ அரங்கத்தம்மா பள்ளி எழுந்தருளாயேவானவர்
வாயுரை வழங்கா மாநிதி கபலை உன் கண்ணாடி முதலா எம்பெருமான் படிமை கலங்காண்டற்கு ஏற்பனவாயின கொண்டு நன் முனிவர்
நாரதரபுகுந்தனரிவரோதொலங்கொலி பரப்பே அம்பரதலத்த நின்னகல் கிண்ணதிருள் போய் அரங்கத்தம்மா பள்ளி எழுந்தருளாயே
தண்டு மயக்கம் அத்தலி யாழ்குழல் முடவமோடி செதி செய்கிடுமி கீதங்கள் பாடினர் கிண்ணரர் கெருடனகள் கந்தர் வரவர கங்குலுலெல்லார்
சித்தரம் மயங்கினர் திருவருடுவான் ஆதலிலவர் கொணாலோலக்கமருளா அரங்கத்தம்மா பள்ளி எழுந்தருளா
தண்டு மயக்கம் அத்தலியால் குழல் முடவமோடி சதிசை கெடுமி கீதங்கள் பாடினர் கிண்ணரர் கெருடனர்கள் கந்தர வரவர கங்குலுலெல்லார்
சாரணரியக்கர் சித்தரம் மயங்கினர் திருவருடுவான் ஆதலிலவர் கொணாலோலக்கமருளா அரங்கத்தம்மா பள்ளி எழுந்தருளா
அடிமலர் கமலங்கள் மலர்ந்தன இவையோ கதிரவன் கணைகடல் முளைத்தனடிவனோ துடியிடையார் சுரிகுழல் விழுந்துதறி துகிலுடுத்தேரினர் சூட்புணலரங்க
தொடயத்துலமங்கோடையம் பணிந்து தோன்றியதோல் தொண்டரடைப்படையன் நம்மடியனை அலையனரளை முன்னடியார் கால் படுத்தாய் வள்ளி எடுந்தருளாயே
மலர்ந்தன இவையோ கதிரவன் கனகடல் முளைத்தனிவனோ திடிகிடார் சுரிகுடல் விழுந்துதறி துகிலுடுத்தேரினர் சூட்புணலரங்க
தொடயத்துலமங்கோடையம் பணிந்து தோன்றியதோல் தொண்டரடைப்படையன் நம்மடியனை அலையனரளை முன்னடியார் கால் படுத்தாய் வள்ளி எழுந்தருளாயே
स्तनगिरिदडी सुप्तमुद्बोध्य कृष्णं वारार्ध्यं स्वं श्रुतिशतशिरसिद्धमध्यापयन्ति स्वोच्छिष्टायां सदिनिगलितं या बलात्कृत्य भुङ्क्ते गोदा तस्यै नम इदमिदं भूय एवास्तु भूयः अन्नवयल புதுவையாண்டாளரங்கற்கு பன்னுதிருப்பாவை பல்பதியம் இன்னிசையால் பாடிக் கொடுத்தால் நற்பாமாலை பூமாலை சூடி கொடுத்தாலை சொல்லு சூடிக் கொடுத்த சுடர் கொடியேதல் பாவை பாடி அருளவல்ல பல்வலையாய் நாடி நீ வேங்கடவர்க்கென்ன விதி என்ன விம்மாத்தம் நாங்கடவா வண்ணமே நல்கு மதிரைந்த நன்னாளால் நீராடப் போதுவீர் போதுமினோ நேரிடரீர் சீர் மல்குமாய் பாடி செல்வச் சிறுமீர்கால் கூர்வேல் கொடுந்துடிலன் நந்தகோபன் குமரன்
கண்ணைய சோதையிலம் சிங்கம் கார்மேனிச் செங்கன் கதிர்மதியம்போல் முகத்தான் நாராயணனே நமக்கே பரதருவான் பாரோர் புகழ பணிந்தேலோர் எம்பாவார்கடி
திங்கள் மது நிறைந்த நன்னாளால் நீராடப் போதுவீர் போதுமினோ நேரிடரீர் சீர்மல்குமாய்ப்பாடி செல்வச் சிறுமீர்கால் கூர்வேல் கொடுந்துடிலன் நந்தகோபன் குமரன்
யசோதையிலம் சிங்கம் கார்மேனிச் செங்கன் கதிர்மதியம்போல் முகத்தான் நாராயணனே நமக்கே பறை தருவான் ஆரோர் புகழ பணிந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய்
வீர்கால் நாமும் நம்பாவைக்கு செய்யும் கிரிசைகள் கேளீரோ பார்க்கடலுள் பையத்துயின்ற பரமனடி பாடி நெய்யுண்ணோம் பாலுண்ணோம் நாட்காலே நீராடி
மலரிட்டு நாமுடையோம் செய்யாதன செய்யோம் தீக்குறளை சென்னோதோம் அயமம் பிச்சயம் ஆந்தனையங்கை காட்டி உய்யமாறி யுகந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய்
உத்தமன் பேர் பாடி நாங்கள் நம்பாவைக்கு சாத்தி நீராடினால் தீங்கின்னி நாடெல்லாம் திங்கள் மும்மாறி பெய்து ஓங்கு பெரும் சென்னலூடு கையலுகலா
போதல் பருவண்ட கண்படுப்பா
தேங்காதே புக்கிருந்து சேர்த்தமுலை பத்தி வாங்க குடம் நிறைக்கும் வல்லல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் நீங்காத செல்வன் நிறைந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய்
உத்தமன் பேர் பாடி நாங்கள் நம்பாவைக்கு சாத்தி நீராடினால் தீங்கின்னி நாடெல்லாம் திங்கள் மும்மாறி பெய்து ஓங்கு பெரும் சென்னலூடு கையலுகலா
வலைப்போதில் பரிவண்ட கண்படுப்பா தேங்காதே புக்கிருந்து சீர்த்தமுலை பத்தி வாங்க குடன் நிறைக்கும் வல்லல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் நீங்காத செல்வன் நிறைந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய்
கண்ணா ஒன்னு நீ கை கைகரவேல் ஆடிகள் புக்கு முகந்து கொடார் தேரி ஊடி முதல்வனுருவம்போல் மை கருத்து பாடியந்தோருடை பற்பனாவன் கையில்
ஆடிபால் மின்னி வளம்பரை போல் நின்னதெறிந்து தாகாதே சார்ங்கமுதைத்த சரமடை போல் வாழ உலகினில் பெய்திடாய் நாங்களும் மார்கழி நீராட மகிழ்ந்தேலோர் எம்பாவாய்
மைந்தனை தூய பெருநீர் யமுனை துறவனை ஆயர குலத்தினில் தோன்றும் மணி விளக்கை தாயை குழல் விளக்கம் செய்த தாமோதரனை
வந்தனம் தோமலர்த்தோ வெத்தெழுது வாயினால் பாடி பணத்தினால் சிந்திக்க போய பிழையும் பகதருவான் என்னவும் தீயனில் தூஷாகம் செப்பேலோர் எம்பாவாய்
மினகான் புல்லரையின் கோயிலில் வெள்ளை விழிசிங்கின் பேரரவங்கேட்டிலையோ பில்லா எடுந்திராய் பேமுலை நஞ்சுண்டு கள்ளச்சகடங்கலக்கடிய காலோச்சி
மறந்த வித்தினை உள்ளத்தொ கொண்ட முனிவர்களும் யோகிகளும் மெல்ல விழுந்தது என்ன பேரரவம் உள்ளம் புகுந்து குளிர்ந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்
சென்றெங்குமானை சாத்தன் கலந்து பேசின பேச்சரவங் கேட்டிலையோ பெண்ணே காசும்பிர புங்கலகலப்ப கை வேர்த்து வாசனரங்குடலாய்ச்சியால்
மோசப்படுத்த தைரலவங் கேட்டிலையோ நாயக பெண் பிள்ளாய் நாராயணன் மூர்த்தி கேசவனை பாடவன் நீ கேட்டு கிடத்தியோ தேசமுடையாய் திரவேலோரெம்பாவாய்
வெள்ளன் அருமை சிறு வீடு மெய்வான் பரந்தனகான் மிக்குள்ள பிள்ளைகளும் போவான் போகின்னாரை போகாமல் காத்து உன்னை கூவான் வந்து
நின்னோமுடைய பாவாய் எழுந்திராய் பாடிப்பறை கொண்டு மாவாய் பிளந்தானை மல்லரை மாட்டியா தேவாதி தேவனை சென்று நாம் சேவித்தால் ஆவாவின் நாராயண் தருளேலோரெம்பாவாய்
சுத்தும் விளக்கெரியா தூபங்கமட துயிலன மேல் கண் வளரும் மாமான் மகளே மணிக்கதவந்தால் திரவாய் மாமீரவலை எழுப்பீரோ
மகள்தானோமயோ அன்னெச்சவிடோ அனந்தலோ ஏமப்பெருந்தையில் மந்திரப்பட்டாலோ மாமாயன் மாதவன் வைகுந்தரன் என்ன நாமம் பலவன் நவின்னேலோரெம்பாவாய்
வரகம் புகின் அம்மனாய் மாத்த முந்தாரோ வாசல் திரவாதார் நாத்தத்துடாய் முடிநாராயணன் நம்மால் போத்த பறைதரும்
புண்ணியனால் கூத்தத்தின் வாய் வீந்த கும்பகரணனும் தோத்தமனக்கே பெருந்தையில் தான் தந்தானோ ஆத்தவனந்தலுடையாயருங்களமே தேத்தமாய் வந்து திரவேலோரெம்பாவாய்
கணங்கள் பல கறந்து செத்தார் திருநடிய சென்று செரு செய்யும் குத்தமுன்னில்லாத கோவலர்தம் பொற்கொடியே உத்தரவல்குல் புனமயிலே
போதராத்தோடிமார் எல்லாரும் வந்து நின்புத்தம் பகந்த மகிழ் வண்ணன் பேர் பாட சித்தாதே பேசாதே செல்வ பெண்டாட்டி நீ எத்த கரங்கம் பொருளேலோரெம்பாவாய்
தெருமை கன்று கிறங்கி நினைத்து முளைவடியே நின்று பால் சோரா நனைத்தில்லம் சேராக்கும் நச்செல்வந்தங்காய் பனித்தலை வீடனின் வாசல்
கடைவத்தினாங்கை கோமானை செத்தா மனத்தொக்கினியானை பாடவன் நீ வாய் திரவாய் இனித்தான் எடுந்திராய் இரண்ட பேரக்கம் அனைத்தில்லத்தாரமறிந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்
கீண்டானை பொல்லாரக்கனை கிள்ளி கழைந்தானை கித்திமை பாடி போய் பிள்ளைகள் எல்லாரும் பாவை கலம்புக்கார் வெள்ள இழந்து வியாழமுறங்கித்து
செலும்பினகான் போதரை கண்ணினாய் குள்ள குளிர குடைந்து நீராடாதே பள்ளி கிடத்தியோ பாவாய் நீ நன்னாலால் கள்ளம் தவிர்ந்து கலந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்
தோட்டத்து வாவியில் செங்கட நீர் வாய் நெகிழ்ந்தாம்பல் வாய் கும்பினகான் செங்கல் புடி கூரை வெண்பல் தவத்தவர் தங்கள் திருக்கோயில் செங்கிடுவான்
போகின்றவான் வாய் பேசும் நங்காய் இடந்திராய் நானாதாய் நாவுடையாய் செங்கடு சக்கரமேந்தந்தடக்கையன் அங்கைய கண்ணானை பாடேலோரெம்பாவாய்
கிளியே இன்னமுறங்குதியோ சில்லன்னடையேன் மின்னங்கை மீர் போதருகின்றேன் வல்லே உன் கட்டுரைகள் பண்டேயின் வாயரிதும் வல்லீர்கள் நீங்களே நானேதானாயுடுகாய்
புனக்கென்ன வேருடையை எல்லாரும் போந்தாரோ போந்தார் போந்தன்னைக்குள் வல்லானை கொண்டானை மாத்தாரை மாத்தழிக்க வல்லானை மாயனை பாடேலோரெம்பாவாய்
நின்னடந்த கோபனுடைய கோயில் காப்பானே கொடி தோன்றும் தோரணவாசல் காப்பானே மணிக்கதவந்தால் திரவாய் ஆயர் சிறுமியரோ முக்கு
மாயன் மணிவண்ணன் நென்னலேவாய் நேர்ந்தான் தூயோமாய் வந்தான் துயிலட பாடுவான் வாயால் முன்னம் மாத்தாதே அம்மா நீ நேச நிலைக்கதவன் நீ கேலோரெம்பாவாய்
நந்த கோபனுடைய கோயில் காப்பானே கொடி தோன்றும் தோரணவாசல் காப்பானே மணிக்கதவந்தால் திரவாய் ஆயர் சிறுமியரோ முக்கு
வரை மாயன் மணிவண்ணன் நின்னலேவாய் நேர்ந்தான் தூயோமாய் வந்தான் துயிலழப் பாடுவான் வாயால் முன்னம் மாத்தாதே அம்மா நீலேசநிலை கலவன் நீக்கேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
தண்ணீரே சோரே அறம் செய்யும் எம்பெருமான் நந்தகோபாலா எழுந்திராய் கொம்பனார்க்கெல்லாம் கொடுந்தே குலவிளக்கே எம்பெருமாட்டிய சோதா அறிவுராய்.
மரமூடறுத்தோங்கி உலகளந்த உம்பர் கோமானே உறங்காதெழுந்திராய் செம்பர் கடலடை செல்வா பலதேவா உம்பையன்னேய முரங்கேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
வலித்தனோடாத தோல் வலியன் நந்தகோபாலன் மருமகளே நப்பின்னாய் கந்தங்கமழும் குழலி கடதிரவாய் வந்து எங்கும் கூடி அடைத்தனகான்.
பந்தல் மேல் வல்கால் கோயிலங்கள் கோவினகான் பந்தார் விரலை உண்மைத்து நண்பேர் பாட செந்தாமரை கையால் சீரார் வலையளிப்ப வந்து திரவாய் மகிழ்ந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
நோடாத தோல் வலியன் நந்தகோபாலன் மருமகளே நப்பின்னாய் கந்தங்கமழும் குழலி கடதிரவாய் வந்து எங்கும் கூடி அடைத்தனகான்.
பந்தல் மேல் பல்கார் கோயிலினங்கள் கோவினகான் பந்தார் விரலை வன்மைத்து நண்பேர் பாட செந்தாமரை கையால் சீரார் வலையடைப்ப வந்து திரவாய் மகிழ்ந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
கோட்டுக்கால் கட்டில் மேல் மெத்தென்ன பஞ்சசகனத்தின் மேலேறி குத்தலர் பூங்குடல் அப்பின்னை கொங்கை மேல் வைத்து கிடந்த மலர்மார் பாவாய் திரவாய்.
தடங்கண்ணினாய் நீகம்பனாலனை எத்தனை போதும் துயிலடவட்டாய்கான் எத்தனை ஏலும் பிரிவாத்தகில்லாயாள் அத்துவமன்று தகவேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
மூவர் அமரருக்கு முன் சென்று கப்பந்தவிர்க்கும் கலியே துயிலடாய் செப்பமுடையாய் திரளுடையாய் செத்தார்க்கு வெப்பம் கொடுக்கும் விமலா துயிலடாய்.
பெண்ணமன் முனை செவ்வாய் திருமரங்கள் நப்பின்னங்காய் திருவே துயிலடாய் உக்கமந்தொட்டலையந்தன் மணாலனை இப்போதே எம்மை நீராட்டேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
எதிரி பொங்கி மீதளிப்பா மாத்தாதே வால் சொரியும் வல்லல் பெரும் பசுக்கள் ஆத்த படைத்தான் மகனே அறிவுராய் ஊத்தமுழையாய் பெரியாய்.
நின்ன சுடரே துயிலடாய் மாத்தாரணக்கு வலிதலைந்துன் வாசற்கண் ஆத்தாது வந்தன் நடைபனையுமா போலே போத்தியாம் வந்தோம் புகழ்ந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
ஞானத்தரசர் அபிமான பங்கமாய் வந்தொனின் பள்ளி கட்டில் கீழே செங்கமிருப்பார் போல் வந்து தலைப்பேதோம் கிங்கினி வாய்ச்சேத தாமரை பூ போலே.
சிறுவே எம்மேல் விழியாவோ திங்களமாதித்யனமிடுந்தார் போல் அங்கனிரண்டும் கொண்டெங்கள் மேல் நோக்குதையேல் எங்கள் மேல் சாபமிடிந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
சீரிய சிங்கம் அறிவுத்து தீ விழுத்து வேறு மயர் பொங்க வெப்பாடும் பேருந்துதறி மூறு நிமிர்ந்து முறங்கி புறப்பட்டு
போலே நீ பூவை பூவண்ணா உன் கோயில் நின்னிங்கனே போந்தருளே கோப்புடைய சீரிய சிங்காசனத்தெரிந்து யாம் வந்த காரியமாராயந்தருளேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
மண்ணி கிடந்துறங்கும் சீரிய சிங்கம் அறிவுத்து தீ விழுத்து வேறு மயர் பொங்க வெப்பாடும் பேருந்துதறி மூறு நிமிர்ந்து முடங்கி புறப்பட்டு
போலே நீ பூவை பூவண்ணா உன் கோயில் நின்னிங்கனே போந்தருளே கோப்புடைய சீரிய சிங்காசனத்தெரிந்து யாம் வந்த காரியமாராயந்தருளேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
மலந்தாயடி போத்தி சென்றெங்குத்தன் நிலங்கை செத்தாய் திரள் போத்தி பொன்றச்சகட முதைத்தாய் புகழ் போத்தி கன்று குணிலா விருந்தாய் கடல் போத்தி
விடுத்தாய் குணம் போத்தி வென்ற வகை கடக்கண்ணின் கையில் வேல் போத்தி என்னென்னும் சேவகமே ஏத்தி பறைகொள்வான் இன்னியாம் வந்தோம் இறங்கேலோரெம்பாவாய்.
மலந்தாயடி போத்தி சென்றெங்கு தென்னிலங்கை செத்தாய் திரள் போத்தி பொன்றச்சகட முதைத்தாய் புகழ் போத்தி கன்று குனிலா விருந்தாய் கடல் போத்தி
குடைய விடுத்தாய் குணம்போதி எம்பேலோரெம்பாவாய்
மகனாய் பிறந்து ஓரிரவில் ஒருத்தி மகனாய் ஒருத்து வளரா தரிக்கிலானாகித்தான் தீங்கு நினைத்து கஞ்சன் வைத்து
நெடுமாலே உன்னையொருத்தித்து வந்தோம் பரதருதியாக திருத்தக்க செல்வமும் சேவகமும் யாம்பாடி வருத்தமந்தேந்து மகிழ்ந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்
மணிவண்ணா மார்கடி நீராடுவான் மேலையார் சேவனகள் வேண்டுவன கேட்டியேல் ஞானத்தையெல்லாம் நடுங்க முரள்வனா பாலன்னவன் நத்துன் பாஞ்ச சென்னியமே
செங்கங்கள் போய் பாடுடையனவே சால பெரும்பரையே பல்லாண்டு சைப்பாரே கோல விளக்கே கொடியே விதானமே ஆளி நிலையாயருளேலோரெம்பாவாய்
வெல்லும் சீர் கோவிந்தா உந்தன்னை பாடி பறைகொண்டுராம் பெருசம்மானம் நாடு புகடும் பரிசினால் நன்றாக சூடகமே தோல்வலையே தோடே செவிப்பூமே
பாடகமே என்னனைய பல்கலனும் யாமணிவோம் ஆட எடுப்போம் அதன் பின்னே பால் சோறு மூடனை மேது முழங்கை வழிவார கூழியறிந்து குளிர்ந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்
வெல்லும் சீர் கோவிந்தா உந்தன்னை பாடி பறைகொண்டுராம் பெருசம்மானம் நாடு புகடும் பரிசினால் நன்றாக சூடகமே தோல்வலையே தோடே செவிப்பூவே
பாடகமே என்னனைய பல்கலனும் யாமணிவோம் ஆடையிடுப்போம் அதன் பின்னே பால் சோறு முடனை பெய்த முழங்கை வழிவார கூடியறிந்து குளிர்ந்தேலோரெம்பாவாய்
சென்ற கானம் சேர்ந்துன்போம் அறிவொன்றுமில்லாத வாய்க்குலத்து உந்தன்னை பிறவி பெருந்தனை புண்ணியும் யாமுழையோம் குறைவொன்றுமில்லாத கோவிந்தா
வேல் நமக்கிங்கொடிக்க
यादवाद्रिनिवासाय सम्पत्पुत्राय मङ्गलम् नीलाचलनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने सुभद्रा प्राणनादाय श्रीजगन्नाथाय मङ्गलम् स्वोच्छिष्टमालिका बन्धगन्धबन्धुरजिष्णवे विष्णुचित्ततनूजायै गोदायै नित्यमङ्गलम् रमण्युत्तरैर्वितर्क्याय महाप्राज्ञैर्भाष्यकाराय मङ्गलम्
तुलामूलागमैः सर्वैश्च
नारायणस्याष्टाक्षरं पदम् यो वै नारायणस्याष्टाक्षरं पदमध्येति अनबभ्रुवः सर्वमायुरेति विन्दते प्राजापत्यं राजस्पोषं गोपत्यं तदोऽमृतत्वमश्नुते तदोऽमृतत्वमश्नुत इति य एवं वेद एतत्सामवेदशिरो योऽधीते प्रत्यगानन्दं ब्रह्मपुरुषं प्रणवस्वरूपम् अकार उकारमकार इति तामेकदा समभरत्तदेवतोमिति यमुक्त्वा मुच्यते योगी जन्मसंसारबन्धनात् ॐ वैकुण्ठभुवनलोकं गमिष्यति तदिदं परं पुण्डरीकं विज्ञानघनं तस्मात् पठितारे
ज्ञानः
प्रमुच्यते सर्ववेद नारायण सहना वै नमस्तु मा विद्विषाय
देवदेव श्रीमदखिलानायक पुराण पुरुषोत्तम लक्ष्मण स्वामिन् भवत्कृपया वेदमार्ग प्रति भय वेदांत प्रवर्तकाच श्रीमत्परमहंस श्री 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 त्रिदंडी चिन्ह रामानुजजी मंगलाशासनपूर्वकं अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं देश कर्तॄणामाचार्याणां कैङ्कर्यदानां भक्तानां प्रजानां सर्वसम्पत्समृद्ध्यर्थं प्राप्त्यर्थं च संकल्पितत्रयाह्निक चतुष्कुण्डात्मक श्रीयाग आराधनकर्मणि यद्य तृतीयदिवस प्रातःकाले प्रातराराधनाङ्गं वेदेतिहासपुराणस्तोत्रदिव्यप्रबन्धादि अवधारया तेषु प्रथमतः यजुर्वेदे मैत्रायणी शाखाम् अवधारया
अरुळपाड मैत्रायणी शाखा
விஷ்ணுதித்தம் நமாமி மின்னார் தடமதில் சூழ் வில்லி புத்தூர் என்றொருகால் சொன்னார் கழற் கமலம் சூடினோம் முன்னாள் கிளியறுத்தான் என்றுரைத்தோம் கீழ்மையில் சேரும் வழியறுத்தோம் நெஞ்சமே வந்து பாண்டியன் கொண்டாட பட்டர்பிரான் வந்தான் என்ன ஈண்டிய சங்கமெடுத்தூதா வேண்டிய வேதங்களோதி விரைந்து கிளியறுத்தான் பாதங்கள் யாமுடைய பத்து தருளா வல்லாண்டு வல்லாண்டு வல்லாயிரத்தாண்டு வலகோடி நூறாயிரம் மல்லாண்டதிண்டோல் மணிவண்ணா உன் சேவடி செவ்விதிரு
அடியாமோடம் நின்னோடம் பெருவிண்ணை ஆயிரம் பல்லாண்டு வடிவாய் என் வளமார்பினில் வாழ்கின்ற மங்கையும் பல்லாண்டு வடிவார் ஜோதி வளத்துறையும் சுடராடியும் பல்லாண்டு படைபோர் பொக்கு முழங்கம் அப்பாஞ்சனியமும் பல்லாண்டு
பல்லாண்டு பல்லாண்டு பல்லாயிரத்தாண்டு வலகோடி நூறாயிரம் மல்லாண்டதிண்டோல் மணிவண்ணா உன் சேவடி செவ்வி
திருக்காடியோமாடன் என்னோடும் பெருவிண்ணை ஆயிரம் பல்லாண்டு வடிவாய் என் வளமார்பினில் வாழ்கின்ற மங்கையும் பல்லாண்டு வடிவார் ஜோதி வளத்துறையும் சுடராடியும் பல்லாண்டு படைபோர் பொக்கு முழங்கம் பாஞ்சனியமும் பல்லாண்டே
जय श्रीमन्नारायण जय श्रीमन्नारायण प्रिय भगत बंधु today is the third day of our Sri Yagam. Sri Yagam started aiming at the prosperity to all the community at large. We needed prosperity in many respects, not just in terms of monetary benefits. We want good health, we want good activities, and we want good knowledge as well. We want a holistic prosperity. Aiming at that, Sri Yagam is commenced here a day before, and today approximately between 11:30 and 12 the Purnahuti will be conducted. Mahapurnahuti will take place. And before that, we'll have Tirthagosti right now, and then we'll have a little breakfast, Balabhoga Prasadam, because any activity will be properly organized when there is
prasadam. So even that prasadam also will be in different forms. So after Tirtha Goshti, we will take a little prasadam and then join here for a small description of what is exactly happening here. And then we chant the Shri Mantra also for some time. Completing that, we conduct Mahapurnahuti here in Yagasala. And with that, the yajna activity will be completed. That is the morning session here today. Evening we have another program there in the hall where we conducted puja yesterday night. That is Sri Sita Rama Kalyana Mahotsava. Lord Ramachandra along with his parivaram
வாடியே
திருவழிகள்
வாடி
திருவலையில்
திருவலையில் சாத்திய செந்து வராடி
வாழை வாடி ஏறாரும் செய்யவடி வெப்பொழுதும் வாடி இலங்கிய முன்னோள் வாடியினை தோள்கள் வாழி சோராத துய்ய செய்ய முகச்சோதி வாடி தூமுருவள் வாடி துணை மலர கண்கள் வாடி ஈராறு திருநாமம் அணிந்த எழில் வாழி இறப்போழில்
ஞானமுத்திரை வாடி அருஷமயச்சடியதனை
அடியறுத்தான்
வாடி அடந்து
மரங்குத ஸ்ரீகளை அறுத்தரல்தான் வாடியே சிறிது மரத்தீர்த்து விட்டான் வாடியே நரங்கர செல்வமத்தன் திருத்தி வைத்தான் வாடியே மரஜதனல் பொருள் அனைத்தும் வாய்மொழிந்தான் வாடியே மாறனுரை செய்த மறைதமிழ் மலைத்தோன் வாடியே
மிகுனர் பெரும்பூதூர் அவதரித்தான் வாடியே அடகாருமிதிராசர் அடியினைகள் வாடியே சங்கர பாஸ்கர யாதவ பாட்ட பிரபாகர தங்கள் மதம் சாய்வுருவாதியர் மாய்வுரும் என்று செதுமறை வாழ்ந்திடுனாள் வெங்கலி இங்கினி வீரு நமக்கில என்று மிகத் தளர்நாள் மேதினி நஞ்சும யாருமெனத்துயர் விட்டு விளங்கிய நாள் மங்கையரால் இபராங்குச முன்னவர் வாழ்வி முளைத்திடுநாள் மன்னிய தென்னரங்காபுரி மாமலை மூற்று முவந்திடுநாள் செங்கையல் வாவிகள் சூழ் வயல் நாரும் சிறந்த பெரும்பூதூர் சீமா நிலையாழ்வார் வந்தருளிய நாள் திருவாதிரை நாளே ஸ்ரீமன் மகாபூதபுரே ஸ்ரீமத் கேசவயஜ்வனः காந்திமத்யாம் பிரசூதாய இதி ராஜாய மங்களம் ஸ்ரீமதே ரம்யஜாமாத்ருமுனீந்திராய மகாத்மனே ஸ்ரீரங்கவாசினே பூயாத் நித்யஸ்ரீர்நித்யமங்கலம். ஓம் அஸ்மத்குருभ्यो நமः. ஜெய் ஸ்ரீமன்னாராயண. ஓம் பிருथिव्याः मेरोः पृष्ठर्षिः कूर्मो देवता सुतलं छन्दः आसने विनियोगः. ओम अनन्तासनाय नमः. प्रणवस्य परब्रह्मर्षिः परमात्मा देवता दैवी गायत्री छन्दः प्राणायामे विनियोगः. ओम शुभाभ्युदगारधन्दर्भेरोभने मंगले मुहूर्ते अत्र पृथिव्यां जम्बूद्वीपे भरतवर्षे भरतखण्डे जगाब्दे मेरोर्दक्षिणदिग्भागे श्रीरङ्गस्य आग्नेयदिग्भागे सिंहपुर्यां समस्तदेवता भगवद्भागवता आचार्यसन्निधौ अस्मिन् वर्तमानव्यावहारिकचान्द्रमानेन श्रीप्रभवादिषष्टिसंवत्सराणां मध्ये श्रीशोभकृत्नामसंवत्सरे दक्षिणाग्ने वर्षऋतौ निजश्रावणमासे शुक्लपक्षे यदशम्यां शुभतिथौ स्थिरवासरे शुभवासरे मूलानक्षत्रे शुभयोगर्भकर्णरेवं गुणविशेषणविशिष्टायां अस्यां शुभतिथौ अस्य श्रीभगवतो देवदेवोत्तमस्य श्रीमदखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकस्य देवदेवस्य जगत्कुटुम्बिनः जगद्रक्षणार्थमवतीर्णस्य श्रीसीतालक्ष्मणहनुमत्समेत श्रीरामचन्द्रस्वामिनः कृपया श्रीमद्वेदमार्गप्रतिष्ठापनाचार्याणाम् उभयवेदान्तप्रवर्तकाचार्याणां श्रीमत्परमहंसपरिव्राजकाचार्याणां श्री 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 तदण्डिजन श्रीमन्नारायण रामानुजरीयस्वामी श्रीचरणानां मङ्गलाशासनपूर्वकं लोककल्याणार्थं राजराष्ट्राभिवृद्ध्यर्थं क्षेत्राभिवृद्ध्यर्थं सर्वसम्पत्समृद्ध्यर्थं समस्तमङ्गलावाप्त्यर्थं च सङ्कल्पिता त्रयाह्निकचतुष्कुण्डात्मक श्रीयाग आराधनकर्मणि तृतीयदिवस प्रातःकाले चतुस्थानार्चनाङ्गम् अग्न्याराधनं करिष्ये इति सङ्कल्प्य ओम भगवतो बलेन भगवतो वीर्येण भगवतस्तेजसा भगवतः कर्मणा भगवतः कर्म करिष्यामि. ओम भगवानेव स्मनीयां यस्वरूपस्थितिप्रवृत्तिस्वशेषदेकरसेन अनेनात्मना स्वार्थस्वकर्तृभावेन स्वकीयकल्याणतमा अग्नौ प्रातराराधनकर्मणा अखिलपरिजनपरिच्छदान्वितं स्वात्मानं स्वगमेव प्रीतिं कारगनुपक्रमते स्वस्य मन्त्रन्यासं कुर्यात् आत्मानं पुनते सदा तेन सहस्रधारेण पावमान्यः पुनन्तु मा प्राजापत्यं पवित्रं शतोद्यामगो हिरण्मजं तेन ब्रह्मविदो वयं भूतं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे इन्द्रस्सु नीति सह मा पुनातु सोमस्वस्त्या वरुणः समीक्ष्य यमो राजा प्रवृणाभिः पुनातु मा जातवेदा मोर्जयन्त्या पुनातु शिरः प्राच्यामी शको नेवह्नो बाहु प्रसारितौ नैरुदे मारुदे पादौ कुण्डमध्यं दधोदरं कुण्डमेवं ध्यात्वा कुण्डमध्ये ॐ रमग्नजे नमः इत्यग्निं सन्धुक्ष्य ॐ यं वारवे नमः इत्यग्निमुद्दीप्य आर्द्रपाणिना नखपृष्ठमुदर्शयन् अग्निं परिसमूह्य ॐ रां सप्तार्जिषे हृदयाग नमः ॐ ह्रीं स्वस्तिपूर्णाकशिरसे स्वाहा ओम रोम उत्तिष्ठ पुरुषागधिकारी वषडों ह्रीं धूमव्यापिने कवचारकं ओम रौं सप्तदिक्वागनेत्राभ्यां वोषड ओम रः धनुर्धराय अस्त्राय भड ओम वासुदेवाय नमः ओम संकर्षणाय नमः ओम प्रद्युम्नाय नमः ओम अनिरुद्धाय नमः ओम आहवनीयाय नमः ओम गार्हवत्याय नमः ओम दक्षिणाग्नये नमः ओम सभ्याय नमः ओम असदभ्याय नमः ओम दावानलाय नमः ओम रत्नाग्नदे नमः ओम सप्तदिक्वाय नमः इत्यग्निमलङ्कृत्य कुण्डस्य दक्षिणे द्वादशाङ्गुलारामन्द्वादशदर्भनिर्मुखूर्चं ब्रह्मानन्दन्मन्त्रेणाभ्यर्चयेत् चतुर्मुखं चतुर्बाहुं साक्षमालाकमण्डलं गिरासमेतं हैमाभं ब्रह्मानन्दत्र चिन्तयेत् ॐ गं ब्रह्मणे नमः इदमासनं त्वं ब्रह्मा भव इत्यष्टार्घ्ये सम्पूर्णार्चनमस्तु ॐ गं ब्रह्मणे नमः अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि वाद्यं समर्पयामि आचमनीयं समर्पयामि स्नपयामि दिव्यश्रीचन्दनं समर्पयामि पुष्पैः पूजयामि धूपमाघ्रापयामि दीपं सन्दर्शयामि आज्यपात्रमात्मनः पुरतः दर्भास्तरणे संस्थाप्य द्राविडकालिदमाज्यम् आज्यपात्रे ॐ विष्णवे नमः इति निरूप्य आप्यायस्वेत्यभिमन्त्र्य ॐ आप्यायस्व समेदुते विश्वतः सोमवृष्णियं भवावादस्य सङ्गते कुण्डस्योत्तरे पार्श्वे त्रीन् दर्भानास्तीर्य तेष्वङ्गारान् निरोह्य तेष्वधिश्रित्य ॐ इति पवित्रं विन्यस्य मूलेन दीप्तेन बर्हिषा त्रिःपर्यज्ञीकरणं कृत्वा दर्शयित्वा उत्तरतो विसृज्य दर्भकाण्डद्वयेन नीराजनं कृत्वा तावग्नो प्रहृत्य आद्यस्थालीं वरदः कृत्वा अङ्गारानग्निना संयोज्य उदकग्राभ्यां पवित्राभ्याम् अङ्गुष्ठानामिकाभ्यां मूलेन पुनराघारं त्रिपूजा पवित्रग्रन्थिं विस्रस्य अपस्पृष्ट्वा प्रागग्रान्दर्भानग्नो प्रहृत्य आज्यं सर्भिमुद्रगामृतीकृत्य दर्भाष्टकैः पिधाय चक्रमुद्रान् दर्शयेत् उष्णोदकेन सृक्सृवो प्रक्षाल्य दर्भपञ्चकृतकूर्चेन सृक्सृवयोः मूलं मूलेन मध्यं मध्येन अग्रमग्रेण अस्त्रमन्त्रेण विशोध्य ॐ शक्त्यै वोषड् तमग्नो प्रहृत्य अष्टसुदिक्षिन्द्रादीशानान्तमभ्यर्चयेत् कुण्डमभिदः अधो मेखलायाम् ॐ कुमुदाय नमः ॐ कुमुदाक्षाय नमः ॐ पुण्डरीकाय नमः ॐ वामनाय नमः ॐ शङ्कुकर्णाय नमः ॐ सर्पनेत्राय नमः ॐ सुमुखाय नमः ॐ सुप्रतिष्ठिताय नमः मध्यममेखलायाम् ॐ चण्डाय नमः ॐ प्रचण्डाय नमः ॐ भद्राय नमः ॐ सुभद्राय नमः ॐ जयाय नमः ॐ विजयाय नमः ॐ धात्रे नमः ॐ विधात्रे नमः ऊर्ध्वमेखलायाम् ॐ लमिन्द्राय नमः ॐ रमग्नदे नमः ॐ हंजमाय नमः ॐ शम्निरतदे नमः ॐ वं वरुणाय नमः ॐ जम्बारवे नमः ॐ शङ्कुबेराय नमः ॐ ईशानाय नमः एते इन्द्रादयः दिव्याभरणवस्त्रगन्धपुष्पसंयुक्ताः अग्निभुमुखास्तध्यातव्याः श्रवेनाज्यमादाय होमवस्तुषु संशिच्य चरुम् आज्येनाभिघार्य त्रीन् परिधीनधो मेखलापेक्षया किञ्चित् दीर्घान् श्रीधर नृसिंह हयग्रीवमन्त्रैः दक्षिणाद्युत्तरान्तमभ्यर्चरेत् ॐ नृसिंहाय नमः ॐ हयग्रीवाय नमः अग्नीशानकोनयोः आघारसमिधौ च अग्नीशानमन्त्राभ्यामभ्यर्चरेत् ॐ रमग्नये नमः ॐ ईशानाय नमः अतितेन मन्यस्वेत्यारभ्य देवसविदः प्रसवेत्यन्तेन दक्षिणाद्युत्तरान्तं समन्ततः परिषेचरेत् ॐ अतितेन मन्यस्व ॐ अनुमतेन मन्यस्व ॐ सरस्वतेन मन्यस्व ॐ देवसविदः प्रसुवा आघारामाघार्य श्रवेनाज्यमादाय श्रुतिदम्भूर्य निरृतदेशमारभ्य ईशानदेशपर्यन्तं प्रजापते स्वाहेति प्रथमाघारं हुत्वा ॐ प्रजापतये स्वाहा पुनः श्रवेनाज्यमादाय श्रुतिदम्भूर्य वायव्यदेशमारभ्य आग्नेयदेशपर्यन्तम् इन्द्राय स्वाहेति द्वितीयाघारं हुत्वा ॐ इन्द्राय स्वाहा इन्द्राजेदम् अग्नेरुत्तरदेशे ॐ सोमाय स्वाहा सोमाजेदं दक्षिणपूर्वदेशे ॐ अग्नये स्वाहा अग्नजगिदम् अग्निमध्ये ॐ भूस्वाहा अग्नजगिदम् ॐ भुवस्वाहा वारवइदम् ॐ सुवस्वाहा सूर्याजेदम् ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवस्वाहा प्रजापतय इदं ततः अग्निं संस्मरेत् विशीर्षकं सप्तहस्तं त्रिपादं सप्तजिह्वकं वरदं शक्तिपानं च बिभ्राणं सृक्स्रुवौ तथा अभीदिदं जरमधरं वामे जाज्यधरं करे ॐ एष हि देवः प्रतिशोनुसर्वाः पूर्वो हि जातः स भुगर्भे अन्तः स विजायमानस्य च निष्यमानः प्रत्यङ्मुखास्तिष्ठति विश्वतो मुखः प्राङ्मुखाग्ने मम अभिमुखो भव सुमुखो भव सुप्रसन्नो भव वरदो भव तदनु अग्नेः प्रशमनार्थं सप्तजिह्वा होमं कुर्यात् काल्यां मूलमन्त्रेण समिद्भिः अष्टाक्षर्या मध्ये चतुर्वारं जुहुयात् ॐ स्वाहा ॐ स्वाहा ॐ स्वाहा ॐ स्वाहा मनोजवायां प्रणवेन आज्यम् आग्नेये चतुर्वारं जुहुयात् ॐ ॐ स्वाहा ॐ ॐ स्वाहा ॐ ॐ स्वाहा ॐ ॐ स्वाहा श्लोहितायां वासुदेवमन्त्रेण अन्नं वारुणे चतुर्वारं जुहुयात् ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा 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 सुधूम्राजां सङ्कर्षणमन्त्रेण लाजं सौम्ये चतुर्वारं जुहुयात् ॐ नमो भगवते सङ्कर्षणाय स्वाहा 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 स्फुलिङ्गिन्यां प्रद्युम्नमन्त्रेण तिलं वायव्ये चतुर्वारं जुहुयात् ॐ नमो भगवते प्रद्युम्नाय स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते प्रद्युम्नाय स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते प्रद्युम्नाय स्वाहा विश्वरूपायाम् अनिरुद्धमन्त्रेण मुद्गं ऐशान्ये चतुर्वारं जुहुयात् ॐ नमो भगवते अनिरुद्धाय स्वाहा 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 करालिकायां पुंसूक्तेन मधुजा पूर्वदिग्भागे जुहुयात् सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपाद स भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यतिष्ठद्दशाङ्गलग् स्वाहा ॐ भ्रुं भ्रुमाधारशक्त्यै स्वाहा ॐ भ्रुं कुर्मकालाग्नरे स्वाहा ఓం హామనంతాయ స్వాహ ఓం దంధరణ్యై స్వాహ ఓం దంధర్మాయ స్వాహ ఓం జ్ఞానాయ స్వాహ ఓం వైరాగ్యాయ స్వాహ ఓం ఐమైశ్వర్యాయ స్వాహ ఓం ధర్మాయ స్వాహ
ఓం అజ్ఞానాయ స్వాహ
ఓం అవైరాగ్యాయ స్వాహ
ఓం మనైశ్వర్యాయ
ఓం
స్వాహ
ఓం సదాశివాయ స్వాహ
వేదాయ స్వాహ
ఓం యజుర్వేదాయ స్వాహ
సాం సమవేదాయ స్వాహ
ఓం అధర్వవేదాయ స్వాహ
ఓం భౌతికాహంకారాయ స్వాహ ఓం వ్యం దజదాహంకారాయ స్వాహ ఓం వైకారికాహంకారాయ స్వాహ ఓం సందత్తగుణాయ స్వాహ ఓం బ్రహ్మజోగుణాయ స్వాహ ఓం దందమోగుణాయ స్వాహ ఓం పృథివ్యప్తేజో వాజిరాకాశాత్మభ్యో హుం భట్నవ స్వాహ ఓం మమాస్తృణరూపాయ జీవాత్మనే స్వాహ ఓం బ్రాహ్మణ్యమండలాయ స్వాహ ఓం సాం సమమండలాయ స్వాహ ఓం హాం సూర్యమండలాయ స్వాహ ఓం పంపత్మాయ స్వాహ ఓం గం బ్రహ్మణే స్వాహ ఓం విష్ణవే స్వాహ ఓం ఈశానాయ స్వాహ ఓం సనత్కుమారాయ స్వాహ ఓం సనకాయ స్వాహ ఓం సనందనాయ స్వాహ ఓం దుర్గాయై స్వాహ ఓం విఘ్నేశాయ స్వాహ ఓం నారదాయ స్వాహ ఓం అస్మద్గురుభ్య స్వాహ ఓం అస్మత్పరమగురుభ్య స్వాహ ఓం అస్మత్పరమేష్ఠిగురుభ్య స్వాహ ఓం అస్మత్సర్వగురుభ్య స్వాహ ఇది యోగపీఠం హుత్వా గంధమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ పుష్పమివం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ ధూపమివం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ దీపమివం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ తదః అగ్నిమధ్యస్థయోగాసనే అష్టాక్షర విద్యయా మండలాత్ తేజోరూపం భగవంతం మూలబింబం యథా వర్తతే తథా సాకారం ధ్యాత్వా
మంత్రన్యాసం కుర్యాత్ ఓం రాం ఓం నాభో ఓం యం ఓం మే హనే ఓం నాం ఓం జంఘజోహో ఓం యం ఓం పాదజోహో ఓం 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 మూర్ధ్ని ఓం నం ఓం నేత్రజోహో ఓం 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 ముఖే ఓం నాం ఓం హృదయే చ ఓం హృద్ధోల్కార హృదయాగ నమః ఓం మహోల్కాగ శిరసే స్వాహ ఓం వీరోల్కాగ రిఘారే వషడ్ ఓం దిల్కార కవచారహం ఓం దేరోల్కాగ నేత్రాభ్యాం ఓషడ్ ఓం సహస్రోల్కాయ అస్త్రాయ భట్ కిరీట కుండల వనమాల శ్రీవత్స కౌస్తుభ చక్ర శంఖ పద్మ గద పాదాగ్రే గరుడముద్రాం ప్రదర్శ్య జిదంతే పుండరీకాక్ష నమస్తే విశ్వభావన నమస్తే హృషికేశ షోడశోపచారేణ జుహుజాత్ అర్ఘ్యమిదం గృహాణ స్వాహ ఓం త్రీణి పదా విచక్రమే విష్ణుర్గోపాదాభ్యః తతో ధర్మాని ధారయన్
ఓం నమో నారాయణాయ వాద్యమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
ఓం ఆపః పునంద పృథివీం పృథివీ భూతా పునాతు మాం పునంద బ్రహ్మణస్పతిర్బ్రహ్మ భూతా పునాతు మాం
నమో నారాయణాయ చమనీయమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
ఓం శివం వస్త్రాణి బీపసావసాధే దివో రచ్ఛిద్రావంతవో హసర్గాః అవాదరదమృతాని విశ్వార్దేన మిత్రావరుణా సజేధే
నమో నారాయణాయ వస్త్రయుగ్మమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
ఓం నారాయణాయ విద్మహే వాసుదేవాయ ధీమహి తన్నో విష్ణుః ప్రచోదయాత్
నమో నారాయణాయ ఊర్ధ్వపుండ్రమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
ఓం విష్ణోరరాడమసి విష్ణోః పృష్ఠమసి విష్ణోస్న్యప్రేస్థో
విష్ణు
స్యోరసి విష్ణోర్ధ్రువమసి వైష్ణవమసి విష్ణవే త్వా
నమో నారాయణాయ బ్రహ్మసూత్రమిదం గ్రహాణ
ఓం
స్వాహ
గంధద్వారాందురాధర్షాం నిత్యపుష్టాంగరీషిణీం ఈశ్వరీం సర్వభూతానాం దామిహో బహ్వజే శ్రియం
ఓం నమో నారాయణాయ దివ్యశ్రీచందనమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
ఓం తద్విష్ణోః పరమం పదకం సదా పశ్యంతి సూరయః దివీవ చక్షురాతతం
ఓం నమో నారాయణాయ పుష్పమాలామిమాం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
ఓం మూర్ధానం దివో అరతిం పృథివ్యా వైశ్వానరమృతాయ జాతమగ్నిం కవిగౌ సమ్రాజమతిథింజనానామాసన్నాపాత్రం జనయంత దేవాః
ఓం నమో నారాయణాయ ధూపమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
ఓముద్దీప్య స్వజాతవేదో భగ్నన్నిరతిం మమ పశోగుశ్చమహ్యమావహ జీవనం చ దిశో దశ
నమో నారాయణాయ దీపమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
ధూపదీపానంతరం శుద్ధ ఆచమనీయమిదం గృహాణ
స్వాహ
ఓం దేవస్య త్వాస విదుః ప్రసవేష్వినోర్బాహుభ్యాం పూష్ణో హస్తాభ్యామాదధే
నమో నారాయణాయ ఆజ్య నైవేద్యమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
మధ్యే మధ్యే పానీయమిదం గృహాణ స్వాహ
భోజనమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
హస్తప్రక్షాళనమిదం గృహాణ స్వాహ
ప్రక్షాళనమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
తాంబూలమిదం గృహాణ స్వాహ
పాత్రాదానమిదం గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
మంగళనీరాజనమిదం గృహాణ స్వాహ
సర్వోపచారాని మాన్ గ్రహాణ స్వాహ
నమస్తుభ్యం భగవతే భక్తాభీష్టప్రదాయినే అస్మిన్నగ్నో సన్నిధత్స్వ పూజామపి గృహాణ మే ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ స్వాహా. ఓం నమో భగవతే సంకర్షణాయ స్వాహా. ఓం నమో భగవతే ప్రద్యుమ్నాయ స్వాహా. ఓం నమో భగవతే అనిరుద్ధాయ స్వాహా. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. శ్రీమత్ పరమహంస పరివ్రాజకాచార్య శ్రీ 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 త్రిదండి చిన్న శ్రీమన్నారాయణ రామానుజరీయర్ స్వామి వారి ప్రత్యక్ష పర్యవేక్షణలో వారి మంగళాశాసనాలతో ఎంతో వైభవంగా మనమందరము కలిసి ఈ యొక్క శ్రీయాగాన్ని జరుపుకుంటున్నాం. దానిలో భాగంగా 3వ రోజు ఆరాధనని హవనాన్ని ప్రారంభించుకొని యాగశాల ముందు భాగంలో ఉన్నటువంటి యజమానులందరికీ కూడా ఆచమన సంకల్పాలను చెప్పారు. ఇప్పుడు అందరము కలిసి ఇక్కడ సంకల్పాన్ని చెబుతాము. మీరందరూ కూడా కలిసి సంకల్పాన్ని చెప్పండి. ఎడమ చేతిలో కుడి చేతిని బోర్లించి ఉంచి మీ కుడి మోకాలుపై పెట్టి సంకల్పాన్ని చెప్పండి. ఇంతమంది ఉన్నారు, గొంతెత్తి గట్టిగా చెప్పండి. ఓం పూర్వోక్త ఏవం గుణ విశేషణ విశిష్టాయాం అస్యాం శుభతిథౌ అస్య శ్రీ భగవతః దేవదేవోత్తమస్య శ్రీమత్ అఖిలాండకోటి బ్రహ్మాండనాయకస్య దేవదేవస్య జగత్కుటుంబినః జగత్ రక్షణార్థం అవతీర్ణస్య శ్రీ సీతాలక్ష్మణ హనుమత్ సమేత రామచంద్ర స్వామినః ఏవం శ్రీ భూనీలా సమేత శ్రీ వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామినః కృపయా అస్మత్ ఆచార్య మంగళాశాసన పూర్వకం లోకకల్యాణార్థం సర్వసంపద్ సమృద్ధ్యర్థం ఏవం మీ గోత్రనామాలను ఒకసారి స్మరించండి. గోత్రాన్ని అలానే మీ కుటుంబంలో ఉన్న అందరి పేర్లు కూడా ఒకసారి స్మరించండి. గోత్రోద్భవస్య నామధేయస్య చెప్పండి. మమ సహకుటుంబానాం సహబాంధవానాం క్షేమ స్థైర్య ధైర్య వీర్య విజయ అభయ ఆయు ఆరోగ్య ఐశ్వర్య ధనధాన్య పుత్రపౌత్ర అభివృద్ధ్యర్థం ధర్మ అర్థ కామ్య మోక్ష చతుర్విధ ఫల పురుషార్థ సిద్ధ్యర్థం ఆధ్యాత్మిక ఆదైవిక ఆధిభౌతిక తాపత్రయ నివారణార్థం ఇష్టకామ్యార్థ ఫల సిద్ధ్యర్థం మనః అభిలషిత కామనా సిద్ధ్యర్థం మమ గృహే లక్ష్మీనారాయణ స్థిరనివాస సిద్ధ్యర్థం పరిపూర్ణ ఆయుష్య ఆరోగ్య అభివృద్ధ్యర్థం సర్వసంపత్ సమృద్ధ్యర్థం మమ వ్యాపార విద్యా ఉద్యోగ రంగేషు దినదిన అభివృద్ధ్యర్థం భగవత్ భాగవత ఆచార్య అనుగ్రహ కృపాకటాక్ష ఫల సిద్ధ్యర్థం మమ జన్మనక్షత్ర నామనక్షత్ర జన్మలగ్న నామలగ్న జన్మాంశ నామాంశ వశాత్ మహాదశాది వశాత్ షడ్బల వేద వశాత్ గోచార వేద వశాత్ వామదేవ వశాత్ త్రివిధ శాస్త్రోక్త వేదవశాత్ సర్వతః భద్ర చక్ర వశాత్ భూమి అంతరిక్ష మహోత్పాదక దుస్వప్న దుశ్శమన వశాద్ యోరిష్ట సూచిత తదరిష్ట పరిహార ద్వారా మమ దీర్ఘాయు అభివృద్ధ్యర్థం మమ అంతర్వ్యాపక బహిర్వ్యాపక గృహవ్యాపక గర్భవ్యాపక మలవ్యాపక మూత్రవ్యాపక రోమవ్యాపక రోమరోమ వ్యాపక ఏ ఏ ప్రతికూలగ్రహ పరప్రయోగ పరమంత్ర పరయంత్ర పరతంత్ర ప్రతిబంధక దుష్టగ్రహ రాక్షసబాధ నాశనార్థం మమ దేహే పాదాది శిరోపర్యంతం శిరోది పాదపర్యంతం వ్యాపిత సర్వ రోగబాధ నివారణార్థం సర్వ శత్రుబాధ నివారణార్థం శ్రీలక్ష్మీనారాయణ పరిపూర్ణ అనుగ్రహ కృపాకటాక్ష ఫల సిద్ధ్యర్థం సంకల్పిత సర్వకార్యేషు దిగ్విజయ ప్రాప్త్యర్థం సంకల్పిత త్రయాన్హిక చతుః కుండాత్మక శ్రీయాగ ఆరాధన కర్మణి అద్య తృతీయ దివస ప్రాతఃకాలే ప్రాతః ఆరాధనం ఆచార్య శ్రీహస్తేన కారయిష్యే. మనసులో ఒకసారి చక్కగా స్వామిని ధ్యానించి చెప్పేటువంటి శ్లోకాన్ని అందరూ కూడా కలిసి గొంతెత్తి చెప్పండి. ఓం అస్మద్గురుభ్యో నమః. లక్ష్మీనారాయణౌ దివ్యదంపతి జగతాంపతి శరణ్యౌ శరణం యామి సర్వాభీష్ట ఫలప్రదౌ లక్ష్మీనారాయణౌ దివ్యదంపతి జగతాంపతి శరణ్యౌ శరణం యామి సర్వాభీష్ట ఫలప్రదౌ శ్రీలక్ష్మీనారాయణ దివ్య దంపతిభ్యాం నమః. శ్రీ లక్ష్మీనారాయణ దివ్యా దంపతిభ్యాం నమః. బోల్ లక్ష్మీనారాయణ భగవాన్కి. ఇంతమంది ఉన్నారు గట్టిగా. రాజారామచంద్ర మహారాజ్కి, సీతామాయికి, ఇంకా గట్టిగా లక్ష్మణ స్వామికి, పవనసుత హనుమాన్కి, భగవద్ రామానుజాచార్య స్వామి మహారాజ్కి, స్వామీజీ మహారాజ్కి. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. క్రమంగా శ్రీ సూక్త హవనం ఇక్కడ 4 కుండాలలో స్వాములు పైన జరుపుతూ ఉంటారు. కిందున్నటువంటి మీరందరూ కూడా ఈ ముద్రతో హోమ ముద్ర అని అంటారు. మీకు ఒక కప్పులో ఆ హోమ ద్రవ్యాన్ని, ఇంకొకటి ఎంటీ కప్ ఇచ్చారు. దంపతులు ఇరువురు కలిసి ఇలా ఆ యొక్క ద్రవ్యాన్ని తీసుకొని ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై నమః, ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై నమః అంటూ ఇక్కడ స్వాహాకారం చెప్పినప్పుడు మీరు అక్కడ ఆ మంత్రాన్ని జపిస్తూ ఆ ఇంకొక ఎంటీ కప్పులో ఆ ద్రవ్యాన్ని ఉంచండి. ఇక్కడ ఉండేటువంటి సమయమంతా వేరే వేరే ఆలోచనలు కాకుండా మన ఇంట్లో కానీ ఇంకో విధంగా కానీ మన ఆలోచనల్ని ఇక్కడ నుంచి బయటికి వెళ్ళనీయకుండా ఆ స్వామినే ధ్యానిస్తూ, స్వామి మంత్రాన్నే జపిస్తూ, స్వామినే తెలుస్తూ జరిగేటువంటి కార్యక్రమంలో పాల్గొని ఆ లక్ష్మీనారాయణుల పరిపూర్ణ అనుగ్రహాన్ని, అదేవిధంగా ఆచార్యుల పరిపూర్ణ అనుగ్రహాన్ని పొందవలసిందిగా కోరుచున్నాం. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. అదేవిధంగా ఇక్కడ స్వాములు మీదాకా వచ్చి ఆచమన సంకల్పాదులు చేపిస్తున్నారు. ఎవరికైతే ఆ సంకల్పం అందలేదో వారు మన వాలంటీర్స్ చెప్తే వారు ఆ స్వాముల మీదాకా పంపిస్తారు. తప్పకుండా కంకణ ధారణ చేసి ఉండాలి. అదేవిధంగా ద్రవ్యాన్ని మీ అందరికీ కూడా అందించారు. ఎవరికైతే అందకుండా ఉంటే చేతులెత్తండి, వారికి ఆ ద్రవ్యాన్ని అందిస్తారు. జై శ్రీమన్నారాయణ. ఓం హిరణ్యవర్ణాం హరిణీం సువర్ణరజదశ్రజాం చంద్రాం హిరణ్మయీం లక్ష్మీం జాతవేద మమావహ స్వాహా. ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై స్వాహా. తాం మహావహ జాతవేద లక్ష్మీమనభగామినీం యస్యాం హిరణ్యం విందేయం
గామశ్వం పురుషానహం స్వాహా. ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై స్వాహా.
ఓం అశ్వపూర్వాం రథమధ్యాం హస్తినాథ ప్రబోధినీం శ్రియం దేవీముపహ్వజే శ్రీర్మా దేవీ జుషతాం స్వాహా.
ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై స్వాహా. కాంసోస్మితాం హిరణ్యప్రాకారామార్ద్రాం జ్వలంతీం దృప్తాం దర్పయంతీం పద్మే స్థితాం పద్మవర్ణాం తామిహోమహ్వజే శ్రియం స్వాహా. ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై స్వాహా.
ఇక్కడ స్వాహాకారం చెప్పినప్పుడు మీరందరూ కూడా ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై నమః జరుగుతున్నప్పుడల్లా ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై నమః, ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై నమః అంటూ అమ్మవారి మంత్రాన్ని జపిస్తూ ఉండండి.
లక్ష్మీర్వేణస్య దాన్వాం వృణే స్వాహా. ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై స్వాహా. ఆదిత్యవర్ణే తపసోధిజాతో వనస్పతిస్తవ వృక్షోధ బిల్వః తస్య ఫలాని తపసానదంతమాయాంతరాజాశ్చ బాహ్య అలక్ష్మీ స్వాహా. ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై స్వాహా. ఉపైతు మాన్ దేవరగః కీర్తిశ్చ మణినాథః ప్రాదర్భూతోऽస్మి రాష్ట్రేऽస్మిన్ కీర్తివృద్ధిం దదాతు మే స్వాహా. ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై స్వాహా. क्षुत्पिपासामलान् ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीं नाथयाम्यहम् अभूतिव समृद्धिं च सर्वान् निर्णद मे गृहात् स्वाहा. ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा. गन्धद्वारान्दुराधरसां नित्यपुष्टाङ्गरीषिणीम् ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोमह्वये श्रियं स्वाहा. ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा. मनसः काममाकोतिं वाचः सत्यमसीमहि पशूनां रूपमन्नस्य मयि श्रीश्रयतां यः स्वाहा. ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा. कर्तमेन प्रजाभूता मयि सम्भवकर्तमा श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा आपस्रजन्तस्निग्धानि जिक्लीतपथमे गृहे निज देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदममावह स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा आर्द्रां यः करिणीं यष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदममावह स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा तां आवह
जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनवगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्योश्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहं स्वाहा
ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
ॐ महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा
ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ऐं
कमले कमलालये प्रसीद प्रसीद सकलसौभाग्यं देहि देहि ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ऐं जगत्प्रसूत्यै महालक्ष्म्यै स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै
स्वाहा
ॐ हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजतस्रजां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेद ममावह स्वाहा तां
आवह जातवेद लक्ष्मीमनवगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयङ्गामस्वं पुरुषानहं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
अश्वपूर्वां रथमध्यां हस्तिनाथप्रबोधिनीं श्रीगन्देवीमुपह्वजे श्रीर्मा देवी दुषतां स्वाहा
ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा कांसोऽस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारामार्द्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
चन्द्रां प्रभासां यशसा ज्वलन्तीं श्रीगल्लोके देवजुष्टामुदारां तां पद्मनेमीं शरणमहं प्रपद्ये लक्ष्मीर्मे नश्यतां त्वां वृणे स्वाहा
आदित्यवर्णे तपसोऽधिजातो वनस्पतिस्तव वृक्षोऽथ बिल्वः तस्य फलानि तपसा नदन्तमायान्तराजाश्च वाक्या अलक्ष्मी स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा उपैतु मां देवसगः कीर्तिश्च मणिनाथः प्रादुर्भूतोऽस्मि राष्ट्रेऽस्मिन् कीर्तिवृद्धिं ददातु मे स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
ॐ क्षुत्पिपासामलां ज्येष्ठामलक्ष्मीर्नाशयाम्यहम् अभूतिमसमृद्धिं च सर्वान् निर्णद मे गृहात् स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
गन्धद्वारां दुराधरसां नित्यपुष्टाङ्गरीषिणीम् ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
मनसः काममागूतिं वाचः सत्यमशीमहि पशूनां रूपमन्नस्य मगिश्रीश्रगतां यशस्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
कर्तमेन प्रजाभूता मयि सम्भव कर्तमा श्रियं वासय मे कुले मातरं पद्ममालिनीं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
आपस्रजन्तु स्निग्धानि चिक्लीतवसमे गृहे निच देवीं मातरं श्रियं वासय मे कुले स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
आर्द्रां पुष्करिणीं पुष्टिं सुवर्णां हेममालिनीं सूर्यां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदममावह स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
आर्द्रां यः करणीं यष्टिं पिङ्गलां पद्ममालिनीं चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेद ममावह स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
आवह जातवेद लक्ष्मीवरभगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं प्रभूतं गावो दास्यो स्वान् विन्देयं पुरुषानहं स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
ॐ महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मीः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा
ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं
ऐं कमले कमलालये प्रसीद प्रसीद सकलसौभाग्यं देहि देहि ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ऐं जगत्प्रसूत्यै महालक्ष्म्यै स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै स्वाहा
ॐ महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि
ह्रीं क्लीं ऐं जगत्प्रसूत्यै महालक्ष्म्यै स्वाहा ॐ श्रीं श्रियै
स्वाहा
जय श्रीमन्नारायण जय श्रीमन्नारायण प्रिय அன்புள்ள பகவத் பந்துக்களே, இன்றைய தினம் மூன்றாவது திருநாள் ஸ்ரீயாகத்துக்கு சிலது நேரத்தில் பூர்ணாகுதி நடைபெற இருக்கிறது. அதுக்கு முன்பாக இங்கே பண்ணக்கூடிய இந்த யாகத்தை பற்றி ஒரு சில வார்த்தை சொல்லி அதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்ரீ மந்திரத்தை நாம் எல்லோரும் கலந்திருந்து ஜெபிப்போம். உங்களுக்கு கொடுக்கப்பட்ட அந்த சாக்கல்யம் அந்த மந்திர ஜபத்தோடே நீங்கள் அதிலே சேர்க்கலாம். அந்த மந்திரத்தை சொல்லும் பொழுது அப்புறம் அந்த சாக்கல்யத்தை நாம் ருத்விகாலுக்கு கொடுத்தா பூர்ணாகுதியிலே அந்த திரவியங்களை அவர்கள் உபயோகப்படுத்துவார்கள். So, first of all, we will give you a brief note of what we are doing here in the name of YAGAM. This is called Sri YAGAM, right? What does it mean by YAGAM? There is a root in Sanskrit called Yaja, Deva Puja, and it's only Yajanam, Yajnam, Yagam. In the Vartaigal ellam synonymous. All these are called synonymous words. The meaning of that is respecting the devatas. Yajna is respecting devatas. Why should we do that? Is it necessary for us to respect devatas? Or is it enough for us to make a life of our own, not hurting anybody, not cheating anybody, not doing any kind of harm to anybody? And if we make a life of our own, is it not really enough? Is it necessary to worship devatas? Is a common question people will have. Probably you also may be having sometimes. Bhagavad Gita gives us a few details about the Yagam. Third chapter of Bhagavad Gita says, Sahayajnaihi praja srishtva purovacha prajapatihi anena prasavishyatvam eshavostu ishta kamadhuk. This is from third chapter. Lord Krishna says, while creating all these living organisms, they need to sustain, isn't it? And they need a kind of food also for their life support. They may be having many kinds of desires also. But how to fulfill those desires? Animals, birds, insects, other creatures, they are not having many desires, but we are human beings. We have multiple types of desires, isn't it? They are happy with what they have with them. But what about we? Are we happy with what is with us? Not at all. If man is happy, no Chandrayaan is needed, no Mangala Yatra is needed, no question of increasing the military forces, right? If man is contented with what he possesses. Man is not contented. So, the Upadesam became necessary for man only. For animals, you never give any Upadesam. For birds, you never give any kind of Upadesam. Upadesam is needed only to us because we think that we are so bright. Isn't it? We are so intelligent. Unfortunately, intelligent guys only needed Upadesam. You understand? How silly it is, but it is the fact. You know the reason? We only cross the lines. Animals do not. You know very well, man is only blessed with the ability to speak, with a powerful tongue. Animals cannot. Is it a great boon to the man? Having the tongue that is able to speak. Is it a great credit or not? How many of you think that it is a great thing? That's right. Probably that is the reason. Man only speaks lies. Animals do not. Can anybody raise their hand that I never spoke lies in my life? Anybody? There are elders, there are youngsters, and there are people who are listening, there are people who are speaking. Can anybody raise their hand that I never spoke lies in my life? If anybody raises, that becomes another bigger lie. So this is what man is. Abusal of the powers given to the man, that is the human being. This is what we know about the human beings. There is no other creature that abuses any system of this nature. Who is able to abuse? Only man, only human being. That is why the preaching became necessity for human beings. Schools started only for human beings, not for animals. Schools, colleges started only for human beings, not for birds and other creatures. And we think we are so brilliant. We are so bright. We have very big brain, right? Are we using it properly or are we abusing that? What are we doing? Hello? What are we doing? So Upadesam became inevitable for human beings. You understand? That's why Vedas came into existence and we never read them. We don't want to read them at all. Is anybody reading Vedas? Unnecessarily, why should we read them? It doesn't give a job and it doesn't give money. Why should we read them? Waste. In olden days, at least there were some families dedicated themselves to learn the Vedas and read them regularly. Even they also gave up now because they want to earn. By reading the Vedas, they are not going to earn anything. So they said, Jai Sriman Narayana to that. They're happy with whatever they are learned, what they call them as a physics or chemistry, botany, geology, or whatever it is. Man. We need to understand how man is. But God said, Sahayajnaihi prajaha sruštva. Man or human or even any other creature, not necessarily humans, all the creatures, when they were brought into existence, their life support also was provided. You know very well, when a baby takes birth, then the system is so provided by the nature to support the baby's life. Breast milk to the mother. Before that, there won't be milk. But when the baby takes birth, then only the breast milk starts to support the baby. This is the law of the nature. For any living organism, whenever it takes a shape, whatever is needed for its sustenance, also provided by the nature itself. But to fulfill them, sometimes there may be a kind of disturbances, and to avoid such kind of disturbances, I gave yagas. Along with yajnas, I created these beings. This is what Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. Along with yajnas. What to do in the form of yajna? You have to respect the devatas. But how? And then Krishna said, Devan bhavayata anena te devaha. Those devatas will respect you too. It should be always a kind of mutual understanding and mutual exchange of things, and both should flourish. Who both? You, the created ones, and devatas that are supporting the life of yours. Both should flourish. This is what Krishna said. Are you receiving anything from devatas? Yes or no? If you know, you have to say yes. If you do not know, you have to say no. Understand? Yes. Are you receiving anything from devatas? Did you see devatas? then how do you say I am receiving? What is this contradictory statement you're giving? Did you say any devatas? What are the devatas? Your parents are also human beings. They are another form of God, you can say. But they are not devatas. What are the devatas that you are getting the support from? Many things are there. You think basically devata means, because you might have seen many movies, there they show the devatas. So think in those terms only devatas means having a nice silk dhoti, nice silk upper cloth, devata. Are you able to move? How are you able to move? Because of the space. If there is space, you will be able to move. Without space, are you able to move? Simple. That is called a devata too. Say yes or no. If you are sleeping, that's okay. I don't want to wake you up. But otherwise, you can reply. Did you have the shadow with you? Who- who- Move your hand back. You are able to sit and stand. That is another devata too. Are you, that is, are you able to release whatever the weight from the body? Only. All the forces of nature, life. Probably you have heard a normal they walk around. skin over. A moment like 5 minutes. What happens? You are working for some time during the day. Tired. Few moments. Time. Let me neither you is not sleeping. Keep on moving. It on and on, moving and on. It never stops. Vayu Devata. Do you know about the air? The air? You won't be able to that and open and take a couple of now the drops. If not, that is also a devata called Varuna. The name is given to that. It, Varuna has a system to function. Fire has a system to function. Whether you realize it or not, whether you know it or not, they have other air or no. One way it goes low. When it is low and you need some other support, and thus you fix up the fans on the top or just like this. Some support. What do they do? So they support you. Try to see. They now you are he or she. Way. There should be a controller. Without that, nothing moves in an order. But in this world, everything moves with an order. Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, there is an order. Order is power. Is named as Devata. Div means to shine, to do. It flows with ease. Seeing the how much you are paying. You have to pay that much to get this much of the world. Are you spending anything? And this much of light, that is called Devata. That is called Devata. Daivi Shakti. start counting, there are the life become they are all Lord Krishna said, use them properly. Devan bhavayata, respect them all. They respect the nature. What is your form? Earthly form. Our bodies are made of earth. Mainly earth is a dominating element in this body. But what about devatas? Of course, in the movies they show normal bodies, but in the realistic life, their bodies are having light as their form. Tejas Sariras. They are called Tejas Sariras. And because of that only you have to offer anything through Tejas only. Because you are made of మట్టి అంటుంటారు కొంతమంది తెలుగులో, ఒరే కదా మట్టి బుర్ర, ఏమండి, ఒరే మట్టి బుర్ర రావాడిది, వీడిది మట్టి బుర్రే, అనేవాడిది మట్టి బుర్రే, వీడి లోపల ఇంకోటి ఏం కొత్తగా ఏం తయారు కాలే, నీళ్లు తయారు కాలే, నీళ్లు తయారైతే మళ్ళీ దానికి మళ్ళీ డాక్టర్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళాల్సి వస్తుందండి. అనేవాడిది మట్టి బుర్రే, అనిపించుకునేవాడిది మట్టి బుర్రే. Our bodies and our brains are made of earth. So we need only earth to support us, our life. You understand? What is the food you are consuming? Made of earth only. Whether you call it a rice, whether you call it a wheat, or whether you call it is a flesh from some other animals, that is also made of earth only. And you need only that as food. Because these bodies are made of earth. You need earthly objects as food. Of course, you qualify them in a multiple ways. That's okay, no problem. And so also for devatas, their bodies are made of light, tejas. And hence, you need to offer in tejas only, that is fire. But to offer something into the fire, you have to use certain procedure like mantras. Through mantra, they aim at some tejas and offer into the fire. Om Indraya Swaha, Varunaya Swaha, Yamaya Swaha, Kuberaya Swaha. Like this. This is called, the what we call the ahuti. We need to offer ahuti to the fire, through the fire, through the light, to those light bodies. There with us. That's why it is said in Vedas, Agni Mukhavai Devaha. All the devatas are having fire as their mouth, as their face too. So you want to offer anything to devatas, offer through fire only. So that is what our Ritviks are doing inside the Yagasala. They are chanting the name, divine name of Lord, and also offering the oblations. Whatever the offer, the ghee, they call. They are offering a ghee into the fire, isn't it? And that fire energy goes to those devatas of the nature. Will nature respond for your yagam? If you do properly, it will respond. If you do according to your whims and fancies, it may not. Right? If you want air from a fan, you need to follow certain protocol and then you get the air through that. And if you do in your own way, you may not get the air. Same thing. Do the yagam in an appropriate way. Then the nature will respond to you. We have experienced that several times. Not once or twice. Several times we got that experience. In 1972, our Guruji wanted to perform a big yagam on Tirumala Hills. You know Tirumala Hills, right? It was with 1001 kundas. Very big yagam. Approximately 6,000 plus Ritviks will participate like this. And then meanwhile, the TTD board hills. So if average 50,000 or 1 lakh devotees come, and where can we supply water? It is very difficult. And there is no water in the Papa Vinasam dam since few years. And hence you can't do it. But Swamiji said, no, it is the sankalpa of the Lord to perform it on the hillock only. But then they said, no, Swamiji, because if crowd comes, we won't be able to manage. But they did not say like that. They said in a polite way. You know what is the polite way? The chairman of the trust board, by name Gokaraju Rangaraju, whose son is our trust chairman now, Man Gangaraj garu, our father garu. And he was the chairman then. And he said, Swamiji, what happens if yagam is done? And Swamiji said, Kale varshad varjanyaha prithvi sasyasalini. This is what we say always. Let there be timely rains and let the earth be green and so on and so forth. Oh, Swamiji, is it right? Of course, that's what he said. Then Swamiji, you do one thing. First of all, you perform a small yagam and let the rain come. and let the Papa Vinasanam dam fill up. Then you can do the big yagam. See how politely he said? We do puja. Totally black color. There should not be any white spot in any part of the horse. Such horse must be brought. Fortunately, they got a horse like that. And they brought the horse to the Yagasala. Then there is a middle kalasam is there, no? A part is there in the middle called Mahakumbha. And such kumbha, after the Purnahuti is over, they bring that kalasam to the horse and they sprinkle the water on the horse back. Any animal, if you sprinkle water on that, what does it do? It waves the body and the water will be spilled. Same thing happened. They brought the kalasam, sprinkled on the horse back, and the horse started, just waving, and the water fell down. The rule is in the Veda, as the water falls from the horse, thus the rain should be there from the sky. That is the procedure. It is exactly what happened then. In 1972, it's not some time from the Puranas. It is recorded in the Tirumala history. When the water was sprinkled, Purnahuti is completed, Swamiji came down the hills. Rain started on the hills. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then started rain. It was raining, 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 and torrential rain all through the night, non-stop. Swamiji already erected a few yagasalas. Because of the force of the rain, those started falling. The yagasalas, the big yagasalas. Next day morning, those Vedic scholars came to Swamiji and requested, Swamiji, if you permit, we chant some more mantras to stop the rain. because Papa Vinasana was already completed, totally filled up. And Swamiji said, okay, go ahead. And then they chanted a few more mantras. Samudrangaccha swaha, antarikrangaccha swaha. And rain stopped. Yagam was conducted in May 72 for 12 days. No rains then to disturb the Yagam. Yagam was well completed. This is what recorded in the Tirumala history. We can go and refer that. So will Yagam yield any result? It will. Definitely it yields wonderful results. But if it is properly done, most of the times we see that when the Yagam is conducted, all the devotees, they start pouring something into that. They will be in the civil dress and then they keep pouring the things into the Yagasala, which is not really a good practice. Because there is a system. The Ritvik must be a person who is properly trained, must be having Sikha, and following the Sandhyavandanam 3 times a day, performing the ahutis in the fire twice a day, morning and evening, which is called Samith Adanam. Or if he is a Grihastha, he has to perform the Ahitagni. He should do that. They only, after taking the Diksha, should offer something into the Yagasala, into the fire. People just passing by brought a few twigs and just drop into the fire kundam and then keep going. Should not be the way. It is not accepted. And if you follow that, the result also will be good. And if you have your own whims and fancies to do anything, the result also will be disastrous. The same exercise was done by us also once in 1988 in Hyderabad. For 7 years, there were no proper rains. Nagarjuna Sagar is a big dam. Did a yagam in Madhura in the North India and UP and yielded no result. Why unnecessarily this much of money you are wasting pouring something into the fire? Rather, you can feed many people with this money. Why you are burning all that money into the ashes? This is exactly the questions they posed. Because we were the person there. And when they questioned us, we said, we are not challenging that the rain will be there. But what we do is whatever is recommended in Vedas. That's what we do. We follow strictly. Veda said it will yield result. And if it is not yielding any result, it is the Veda you have to consult, not me. But I follow the rule very strictly. And we did it for 9 days. On June 9th, the yagam was completed. On May 24th, they have given a report of the statistics in which dam, what is the water level? Almost nil. Rain started on 9th June. And it was raining for 9 days continuously. All through the India, not only just in Andhra Pradesh, all through the India, and even in places like Rajasthan, where there will be no rain, in Anantapur, in Andhra Pradesh, where the rainfall is very, very less. Even in those places also there was a distributed rain all over the country. After that, the report is given in the newspapers. Again, all the dams were overflowing with no damages. Because when there is a kind of overflowing, there will be definitely some damage here and there, but with no damages. All the dams were filled and there was great water stock. This is in 1988, June. If you have the papers, newspapers available, you can just refer to those things. My point is, if you perform yagam properly, it yields a result properly. Basically, we think, oh, no devatas, no gods, nothing. There are people to say this kind of things, thinking that devatas means having an abode like Swargam, where there will be Indra, always drinking and drinking, and where there are Rambha, Manaka, Urvasi, Tilottama, always playing with people in the casinos. But that is not what devatas are all about. Devatas are the forces around you in the nature which are supporting your life. There are 33 crores of devatas like that, 330 millions of devatas, the forces of the nature around you. But if they are personified, they are like this. See, here is some Dwarapalaka, there is some Dwarapalaka. These are also called devatas only, not gods. People are always mistaken with the devatas and God. They say, oh, there are so many gods for Hindus, which is wrong. There are no so many gods. Gods will not be so many at all. God always will be one. Do you know what happens if there are many gods? Star Wars. There won't be many gods. But there will be definitely 330 millions of devatas. Devatas are not gods. Devatas are also souls like you and I. But they are placed at a high level to work for some other purpose. You are a soul in a human body. They are also souls in a devata body. And some other also souls in an animal body, in a bird body, in a tree body, in a bacteria body, in a fungi body. All these are bodies given as a result of the karmas. Consume the karma, you change the body. Till that, you have to be in this body, working with this body. These are the bodies given to you by God as a result of your karma. And the moment karma is consumed, that thing is over. And devatas are also some souls, and they should live, symbiotically, supporting each other. But as you already said, it is only the man who never supports anybody. He wants na chinnari bodzaku Sri Rama Raksha. Let me alone flourish. Let all others go to winds. That is the man's nature, which is very bad. There is no worse animal than the man on the planet Earth. Do you know that? Human is the worst animal. No discrimination at all. But some people say, no, man is the great species having discrimination. Except that everything is there with man. But other creatures are not like that. Devatas are always supporting all creatures. They work for the nature. They work with the call of God. We only take wrong track. And even we try to cheat God also. So sad, but it is fact. Learn to live with nature. Learn to live with Deva. That is the Yagam here. Yagam means not just simply creating a fire and doing something, offering something there and getting money and going. Yagam is not that. Yagam is showing our concern for the nature and other beings around us. In turn, getting their support by extending our support to them. This is not a new lesson to the humans. Today, to talk about the green and clean. This is what Vedas taught us. Practiced by the great sages since ages. And sometimes we may forget it, that's okay. Let us try to recollect those things and live with the nature. Live for the nature. And live by the nature. That is Yagam. And that is what we are doing here. And today is the last day, Mahapurnahuti time for us. Let us chant the Sri Mantram just for a few moments and then go for Mahapurnahuti. You are given with the Sakalyam. It is with you, right? And you can chant the mantra and offer it into the other one, and then you can bring it to the Yagasala by a parikrama and hand over to the Ritviks. Then they offer it in Mahapurnahuti. Should we do the puja japam? Then sit right. And feel the presence of Lord Narayana with Sri Mahalakshmi in your heart, and surrendering to them, you can chant the mantra. First of all, let us do the dhyanam of Mahalakshmi. Om Asmadgurubhyo Namaha. Swasti Disatat Asesha Jagatam Sargopasargasthitihi Swargam Durgatim Apavargika Padam Sarvam cha Kurvan Harihi Yasya Vikshya Mukham Tadingita Paradhinaha Vidhatte Khilam Krideyam खलु नान्यधास्य रसदा स्यातैकरस्यात्तया Feel the Sri's presence in the heart and do whatever services that you are able to provide, as we did yesterday evening while doing the puja. You can invite and you can ask them to sit, do offer certain services like Argyam, Padyam, Achamaniyam, etc. and feed them and keep them ready to lead your life. Doing all these things that you can do the japam, chant mantra and use your thought process. Mantra is like a support and your thought process is like a creeper that should grow around that. Let us start. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha.
Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai Namaha. Om Shreem Shriyai
श्रीं श्रियै नमः कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि श्रीमन्नारायणायेति समर्पयामि सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु Many Mangala Sassanams to you all for doing this japam for a few moments. Now keep the hands always capable of doing, energizing and using them for good causes. Take those sakalyam that you chanted now and go in round to the Yagasala. Come to this eastern side of the Yagasala, and then the baskets are there. You can drop in that, and with those sakalyam, then they offer the Mahapurnahuti. Today is the final offering of the oblations into the fire. This is called Mahapurnahuti. Every day we were doing more afternoon and evening. That is daily Purnahuti, Nitya Purnahuti we call it. But whatever is done today is called Mahapurnahuti. And the first day we have given you a little narration of how the setup of the Devatas is here. The first day small fire created, very little, when they churned the fire. And that was slowly expanded, and now it is like this, divided into 4. That is called Chatusthana Archana, offering our prayers in 4 places. What are the 4 places? Fire in the kunda, water in the kumbha, and through the deities to the earth, and mantras to the vayu, to the air. And there is a place in the middle where they have drawn a picture called Chakra Abja Mandala that represents Akasa also. 5 elements with which our bodies are made. To purify these things, the Lord who is invited there was divided into 4, into all those 4 places. And then aradhanas are offered on a regular basis, the morning, afternoon, evening and night. Completing that, now all those energies will be brought into one single location. Now they offer the Agni Aradhana. From Agni, they invite the Lord into the Mandalam. From Mandalam to the Kumbham. And finally from the Kumbham to the deities. Because deities are always with us. Water will not be always with us. Nor the fire will be always with us. Nor the Vayu will be always with us. But the deities will be always with us. So all that energy that is divided into 4 again will be brought together into the one place, the deity. And after that, the water which is used for this purpose will be sprinkled on all of us. And again, the fire through which the Aradhana is offered After completing everything, that will be given to us in the form of the sacred bhasma. It is called Yajna Sesha. How they call it? Yajna Sesha. You know, it's called Yajna Bhasma. That is given to us. We can keep it safe with us and use it, you know, whenever just we're going to for any kind of activity, so that we have a support behind us from the God. I told you there are 3 levels of Aradhana. There is physical fire, which is called Adi Bhautika, and Agni Devata in that, which is called Adi Daivika, and the Lord inside is called Adhyatmika level. For everything, of course, these 3 levels are maintained. And all those 3 will be satisfied now. For Agni, they offer ahutis. For Narayana, they offer ahutis. And for the physical fire also, they offer the ahutis and say, when they are offering the Bali Prasadam at the 4 dwaras, saying that whoever are living on the eastern side of this, be good, prosperous with their fellow beings. Let them have health and good age. The beauty of Vedic system is not just me and my family be good. We see many people, whenever they go to some kind of Swamijis and the deities, they say, God, let me good. Let my health be good. Let my family be good. My children be good. Let anybody happen to anybody. But let my things be good. But our Vedic system is not that at all. Our Vedic system is to pray for the place where we are. Usually with Western people we find it. Whenever they come to us, people like us anyway, and they also do namaskaram, and the first thing they ask, Swamiji, bless my country. Did any one of us ask for such kind of things ever? No. Let country go to anywhere. But let me be good.
Pratitishthati swaha Purnamidam Purnamadah Purnat Tachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva
Vasishyate
Swaha Om Sanjame Mayastame Priganjame Nukamashtame Kamashtame Somanasashtame Bhadrantame Shregashtame Vasyashtame Gajashtame Bhagashtame Dravinanjame
Yantachame
Dhartachame Kshemashtame Dhrudishtame Vishmanjame Mahatjame Samvichame
Jnatranjame
Soshtame Prasoshtame Seranjame Lagashtamardanjame Murdanjame
Yakshmanjame Namayashchame Jevatushchame Dirghayatvanjame Namitranjame Bhaganjame
Suganjame
Shigananjame Sushadame Sudinanjame
Ekajame Disrashtame Panchajame Saptajame Navajama Ekadashajame Trayodashajame Panchadashajame Saptadashajame Navadashajama Eka Vigoshatishchame Trayo Vigoshatishchame Pancha Vigoshatishchame Sapta Vigoshatishchame
Sadishchame Navavigam Darishchame
Ekatrigoshatchame Trayastrigoshatchame Chadastrashchame Stojame Dvadashajame
षोडशमे विगुंशतिश्चमे पञ्चविगुंशतिश्चमे सप्तविगुंशतिश्चमे नवविगुंशतिश्चम एकत्रिगुंशतिश्चमे त्रयस्त्रिगुंशतिश्चमे चतस्रश्चमे ष्टौचमे द्वादशचमे षोडशचमे विगुंशतिश्चमे चतुर्विगुंशतिश्चमे अष्टाविगुंशतिश्चमे द्वात्रिगुंशतिश्चमे षट्त्रिगुंशतिश्चमे चत्वारिगुंशतिश्चमे चतुश्चत्वारिगुंशतिश्चमे अष्टाचत्वारिगुंशतिश्चमे वाजश्च प्रसवश्च बीजश्च क्रतुश्च मूर्धा च व्यष्टियश्चान्द्यायनश्चान्द्यश्च भुवनश्च भुवनश्च
अधिपतिश्च वसोर्धाराञ्जुहोदिवसोर्मेधारा एषा हूयते घृतस्य वायेन मेषाधारामस्मिन् लोके बिम्बमानापतिष्ठदाज्येन जुहोति तेजो वा ज्यन्ते वसोर्धारातेन सैवास्मै तेजो वरुन्धेजो कामा वै वसोर्धारा नेव वरुन्धे बोलिज्ञ भगवान की जय
राजा रामचंद्र
महाराज की जय
ततः राजराष्ट्राभिवृद्ध्यर्थं पुरुषमन्त्रेण गत्वा सम्पादाज्यं स्वीकृत्य
महाकुम्भे सेचयेत् ॐ स्वाहा
ततः अग्नेनेति मन्त्रं पठन्
शाला प्रदक्षिणं कुर्यात् अग्नेन यसुपधाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् योऽध्यस्मज्जुहुरानमेनो भूयिष्ठान् तेनममुक्तिं विधेम प्रवः शुक्राय भानवे भरद्वगुं हव्यं मतिञ्चाग्नये सुबोधम् यो देव्यानि मानुषा जनो पश्यन्तर्विश्वानि विद्मना जिगाति अच्छागिरो मदयो देवयन्ति रग्नीयन्ति द्रविणं भिक्षमाणाः सुसन्दृशगुं सुप्रतीकग्गस्वञ्जगुं
हव्यवाहमरते
मानुषाणाम् अग्ने त्वमस्मद्योध्यमिवानग्नित्राभ्यमन्दकृष्टिः पुनरस्मभ्यगुं सुविदाय देवक्षाम् विश्वेभिरजरेभिर्यजत्रा अग्ने त्वं वारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गानि विश्वा पूष पृथ्वी बहुलान गुर्वी भवातोकायतनयाय संयोः प्रकारवो मननावच्यमानादेव अग्रेचीन्नयदेवयन्दः दक्षिणावाड्वाचिने प्राच्येति हविर्भरन् यज्ञये घृताची सृजञ्जलेन सम्भूर्या
ओं कवचाय हुम् इति परिषेकावशिष्टात्मानं प्रोक्षयेत् नमस्ते गार्हपत्याय नमस्ते
दक्षिणाग्नये नमः गवनीयाय महावेद्ये नमो नमः काण्डद्वयोपवाद्याय कर्म ब्रह्मस्वरूपिणे स्वर्गापवर्गरूपाय विघ्नेशाय नमो नमः शङ्खचक्रधरं देवं किरीटादिविभूषितम् अग्निमण्डलमध्यस्थं ध्यायेद्यज्ञपतिं हरिं तथा अग्निस्थं भगवन्दम् अर्घ्यगन्धपुष्पधूपदे मधुవర్కైరభ్యర్చయేత్ ఓం అందరూ కూడా యాగశాలకి ఒక ప్రదక్షిణ మాత్రమే చేసి మళ్ళీ మీ స్థానాలలో కూర్చోవలసిందిగా సూచన చేస్తున్నా. నమస్కారం చేస్తూ యాగశాల ప్రదక్షిణలో పాల్గొనండి. ప్రదక్షిణ చేసేటప్పుడు స్వామివారు ఏ మంత్రాన్ని అయితే మనకి అనుగ్రహించారో అమ్మవారి యొక్క మంత్రాన్ని, శ్రీ మంత్రాన్ని, ఆ మంత్రాన్ని చెబుతూ ఓం శ్రీం శ్రీయై నమః అనే మంత్రాన్ని చెబుతూ నమస్కారం చేస్తూ యాగశాల ప్రదక్షిణలో పాల్గొనండి.
ఓం
ఓం ఓం సరస్వతే ఓం దేవసవిప్రాసామీః యస్య స్మృత్యా జనామోఖ్యాతపోః మక్రియాదిషు న్యూనం సంపూర్ణకామ్యాది సత్యో వందే తమచ్యుతం మంత్రహీనం క్రియాహీనం భక్తిహీనం ఉదాసన యద్భుతం త్వయా దేవ పరిపూర్ణం తదస్తుతే అనేన యథా సంకల్పిత హోమేన భగవాన్ సర్వాత్మకః అగ్నిస్థ శ్రీమన్నారాయణః ప్రీయతాం ఇత్యక్షరోదకం విసృజేత్ ఆసనాద్యం కృతం ద్రవ్యం తత్సర్వం క్షమ్యతాం దేవదీనం మాత్రు యజ్ఞేశ్వర సుప్రీత సుప్రసన్నో వరదో భవతు సాష్టాంగం ప్రణమ్య పరమోచ్చరేత్. అందరూ కూడా యజ్ఞ భగవానుకి మీ స్థానాల నుంచే నమస్కారం చేసి మీ యొక్క గోత్రాన్ని, పేరుని స్మరించండి. ఉన్నస్తం భగవంతం పూరకవాయునా समावेश्य हृत्पद्मगतं ध्यायेत्। ॐ भगवन् मन्द्रमूर्ते स्वपदमासादय क्षमस्व।
कृष्णं भगवन्तं मण्डलं ध्यायेत्। आवाहनादिमुद्रा प्रदर्श्य
परिस्तरणदेवानुद्वासयेत्।
There is a procedure that is recommended to worship the fire in the altars. There are 3 levels you are observing with these of the Yagasala, Yagakunda. In the first level, there will be some devatas invited. In the second, some more devatas. In the third, some more devatas. That's how the devatas are invited. And also they will be receiving the prayers, every now and then when the yagam is conducted. As they invited and installed them at different locations, thus again they withdraw also in the same procedure. It's not that, create fire and do something and pour water and close it. It doesn't happen like that. You know very well, to do a surgery just for the sake of body, doctors observe religiously, they follow some systems, like how to enter the operating theater, how to have the systems like the dress code and the closing the hair, having the masks, sterilization of the instruments, and using them and counting them before the real operation starts. At the end of the operation also again they count all the items. You know why? Very recently, I think not even just 1 week, we got a news in the magazines. Somebody operated the patient, keeping a scissors inside. Scissors, not swabs, cottons. See? Those doctors and the people, they count even the number of the swabs, the cotton swabs they use to make sure that everything came out properly. So the procedure, what I say is a procedure. What you call the standard operation procedure, right? SOPs is there even for every activity. Some people, oh, we paid this much money. Oh, we want to do something like this. You can't. When you are in the operation room, maybe it is your wife being operated. You can't demand a doctor, come on, let me do something because she is my wife. They knock you out. When the person is in their control, then they have certain procedures to follow. They follow them very strictly. So also with the YAGAM, there is a standard operating procedure. And they follow it very strictly also. They follow means, those who are interested follow, they follow. Those who are not interested, they have their own freedom, their own whims and fancies in doing things in their own way. So, they invite the different devatas and then they offer their the oblations, what we call the ahutis. And now that system is almost completed. Now they invited Agni, Devata into the mandala, then they are offering that in the kumbha. And after that, they do the Santi part. whatever is chanted, the ending parts of those mantras will be dedicated to God. And after that, the kalasam which is there in the middle with 9 kalasas all around, they also will be withdrawn. And here they invited the Garuda. This also will be withdrawn. That is Mahalakshmi invited in the Kalasa, and she also will be withdrawn. And Vishwaksena on the other, that also will be withdrawn. And Soma here in the northeastern corner of the Yagasala, that also will be withdrawn. All that energy they bring to a centrally located area. Then that will be offered to the deities. And then that remaining water will be sprinkled on all of us. Right? Normally, if there is a pond, or if there is a river, or if there is a sea, they go in a procession to that place. And then they offer this water into that water area, and then they take the snanam, they take bath. What is called as avabhruda snanam. But here for us, that's not possible, right? Though sea is nearby, but we can't walk all the way from here to the sea. And I don't know whether they permit you to take bath in that or not. I'm not sure. So we don't make any kind of ventures like that, you know. So we are happy by just sprinkling the water as avabhruda snanam and then go for Mahaprasadam. Okay? So after that, they give you the yajna bhasma. They bring that yajna sesham. And yesterday our Jannavitulu garu sang a beautiful song. In that he said, God, I committed many mistakes and made many smears on my body and on myself. Let your yajna bhasma be with me and erase all those karmic records. In a beautiful song, in a beautiful poem, he said that yesterday. Now they are going to give us that yajna bhasma after offering that there, and we can all take that yajna bhasma and keep it as a protection to us. And of course you can carry something to your home also, keep it safe in a very pious place. And whenever just you go for any good activity, just you can wear it a little bit and then you can go. God's grace will be with us, and then we'll be successful in our efforts. Okay? So we appreciate that your commitment and interest in participating and enjoying the Mahapurnahuti. Now it is time for Harati, Mahaharati. Let us join.
Om Brahatsamakshatra-bharatvriddha-vrishnaям Drishtabhoja-subhita-mugraviram Indrastomena panchadasena madhyamidam vatena sagarena raksha Govinda Bolyajna Bhagavan ki Lakshmi Narayana Bhagavan ki Om Brahatsamakshatra-bharatvriddha-vrishnaям Drishtabhoja-subhita-mugraviram Indrastomena panchadasena madhyamidam vatena sagarena raksha Om Brahatsamakshatra-bharatvriddha-vrishnaям Drishtabhoja-subhita-mugraviram Indrastomena panchadasena madhyamidam vatena sagarena Devadevasya jagat एवं श्री सीता लक्ष्मण हनुमत् समेत श्री रामचंद्र स्वामिनः नित्योत्सव पक्षोत्सव मासोत्सव यंत्रोत्सव पवित्रोत्सव प्लवोत्सव धूपोत्सव दीपोत्सव कल्याणोत्सव कलहारोत्सव स्वापकोत्सव वसंतोत्सव अध्ययनोत्सवादि विविध महोत्सवाः निर्विघ्नाः निर्वच्छिन्नाश्च भूयासुरति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु
तथास्तु
अस्य श्री भगवतो देवदेवोत्तमस्य श्रीमदखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायकस्य देवदेवस्य जगत्कुटुम्बिनः जगद्रक्षणार्थमवतीर्णस्य श्री सीतालक्ष्मणहनुमत्समेत श्रीरामचन्द्रस्वामिनः कृपया राजराष्ट्रग्रामयजमानाचार्यादीनां त्रयाह्निकचतुष्कुण्डात्मक श्रीयागकर्मकर्तॄणाम् आचार्याणां यजमानानां कैङ्कर्यपराणां सेवितुम् आगतानां भक्तानाम् अस्मिन् प्रान्ते च निवासिनां सर्वासां प्रजानां सर्वेषां प्राणिनां च क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यविजयाभयायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य धनधान्यपुत्रपौत्राभिवृद्धिर्भूयातिथि भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु
तथास्तु
क्षेत्राभिवृद्धिरस्तु
तथास्तु
सर्वसम्पत्समृद्धिरस्तु
तथास्तु
संकल्पित सर्वकार्येषु विजयप्राप्तिरस्तु
तथास्तु
अयं देशः निरुपद्रवोऽस्तु
तथास्तु
राजा धार्मिको विजयी भवतु
तथास्तु
स्वस्ति सर्वेषां समस्त सन्मङ्गलानि सन्तु
तथास्तु
सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु
तथास्तु
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः कावेरी वर्धतां काले काले वर्षतु वासवः श्रीरङ्गनाथो जयतु श्रीरङ्गश्रीश्च वर्धतां बोल यज्ञ भगवान की
जय
बोल श्रीनिवास भगवान की
जय
राजा रामचंद्र महाराज की
जय
लक्ष्मी मैया की
जय
भाष्यकार रामानुजाचार्य स्वामी महाराज की
जय
जीयर स्वामी जी महाराज की
जय
ओम स्वस्ति हे देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम श्रीमदखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायक वेद वेदांत वेद्य पुराण पुरुषोत्तम श्री सीतालक्ष्मण हनुमत्समेत श्रीरामचंद्र स्वामिन् भवत्कृपया श्रीमद्वेदमार्ग प्रतिष्ठापनाचार्याणाम् उभय वेदांत प्रवर्तकाचार्याणां श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्याणां श्री 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 त्रिदण्डिचिन श्रीमन्नारायण रामानुजजीयर स्वामी श्रीचरणानां मङ्गलाशासनपूर्वकं लोककल्याणार्थं राजराष्ट्राभिवृद्ध्यर्थं देशाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं क्षेत्राभिवृद्ध्यर्थं सर्वसम्पत्समृद्ध्यर्थं समस्तमङ्गलावाप्त्यर्थं एवं श्रीयागकर्मकर्तॄणाम् आचार्याणां यजमानानां कैङ्कर्यपराणां सेवितुम् आगतानां भक्तानाम् अस्मिन् प्रान्ते निवासिनां सर्वासां प्रजानां सर्वेषां प्राणिनां च समस्तमङ्गलावाप्त्यर्थं च सङ्कल्पिता त्रयाह्निके चतुष्कुण्डात्मक श्रीयाग आराधनकर्मणि श्रीयाग परिपूर्णता सिद्ध्यर्थं वेदेतिहास पुराणस्तोत्र दिव्यप्रबन्धादि अवधारय तेषु यजुर्वेदे मैत्रायणी शाखाम् अवधारय
अरुणपाद मैत्रायणी शाखा
ओम